Bilstead, an Eastside apartment put on hold.
I'm Brandon Snide. The streak ending at 5 in Milwaukee.
I'm Debbie Lazaga. Everything's looking pretty good right now on the roads. We've got a light ride around the area and pretty much full freeway speeds. I'm Debbie Lazaga with your WTMJ Johnson & Sons Paving Time Saver Traffic.
Storm team forecast for meteorologist Brian Isnansky. Hazy sunshine and very warm today with a slight chance of showers and a high of 88 degrees. Increasing clouds, chance of showers and storms late tonight, and a 72 low temperature. That's as low as we get tonight. We're at 72 right now in Milwaukee. And from the WTMJ Breaking News Center, a 9-year-old boy dead this morning after shooting at Milwaukee's north side. Milwaukee Fire Department confirmed the boy was shot near 76th and Mill Road Monday evening, died from his injuries on scene. Milwaukee police say a 42-year-old man and 14-year-old boy were taken into custody. Last week, 3 children under the age of 5 were shot and injured within 3 days in the city.
Meanwhile, the Milwaukee Medical Examiner's Office confirming it's been called to the scene of a shooting this morning near 40th and Lisbon. This is close to Milwaukee's Washington Park. WTMJ has reached out to Milwaukee Police for more information.
Shareholders of the Green Bay Packers filled Lambeau Field Monday morning for their annual meeting. Packers President and CEO Mark Murphy discussed renovations to the stadium and his predictions ahead of this season, saying he's cautiously optimistic for quarterback Jordan Love.
There's probably be some ups and downs with Jordan, and we've got young receivers, but we've got a lot of talent there, and I think they'll all get better and grow together.
It's ways away yet. Training camp opens tomorrow, with the Packers opening their season against the Chicago Bears at Soldier Field on September 10th.
In Milwaukee, plans to construct an apartment building on North Prospect have been put on pause, and the developers are citing the new sales tax as the reason. Willow Partners is the Madison-based development company managing this project. They tell the Milwaukee Journal-Sentinel it chose to pause because of the rising cost to begin construction. Now, Willow has said it's still interested in developing the apartment building and even support the 2% sales tax increase, but plan on keeping the project on hold until the end of 2023.
SC Johnson Company in Racine County has purchased 24 acres in Mount Pleasant for nearly $22 million. The Milwaukee Business Journal reporting SC Johnson, the legacy employer in Racine County, and a spokesperson for the company said they want to have the capacity in the future to expand. Combined with other purchases since 2015, the cleaning product and insect repellent company owns much of the land south of Washington Avenue between Willow Road and 90th Street.
Many private health insurance companies don't offer the same coverage for mental health as they do for physical problems. Today, President Biden's going to announce plans to change that. ABC's Andy Field.
The president will announce a proposed rule that would force insurance companies to obey a law that was passed 15 years ago that required them to treat mental and physical health payments equally. White House claims insurers rarely do that and then make it tough to get in-network mental health help, so patients end up with higher costs and out-of-pocket payments. The president's proposed rule would get tough with violators and reduce the red tape for getting help.
Coming up, a music app preparing to raise its prices, signing unlimited. WTMJ News Time 6:03.
Traffic is brought to you by James Imaging Systems, your local document imaging partner. Visit jamesimaging.com.
The James Imaging Systems people, they're one reason why so many businesses choose to do business with James, like Brookfield GMC, controller Jay Doyle.
They're compatriots to the point where when I call, they act like they're your best friend.
Document imaging technology, managed print services, content management solutions, all supported by the James Imaging Systems people. People who are dedicated to helping your business do business better.
They do a great job. They're like it's one of your workers. They want to help.
Not tomorrow, not next week. Help when you need it. That's James Imaging Systems.
Yeah, they do a great job. They're there immediately, and it's a great feeling because I know they care.
James Imaging Systems.
I do love working with James Imaging. It's perfect.
Put the good people at James Imaging Systems to work for your business. Call 262-781-7700 or visit jamesimaging.com. James Imaging Systems, your local office technology partner.
Why settle for just a job when you could have a career in the exciting automobile industry? I'm Jim Token, president of the Auto Dealers Association of Metro Milwaukee. The 115 new car dealers that make up ADAM, the Auto Dealers Association of Metro Milwaukee, have extremely desirable technician, sales, administrative, and management positions available now, with new ones opening up every day. The salary and benefits are fantastic. The potential for advancement is unlimited. The first word in career is car, and one of the best places to find a great career opportunity is at an Adam new car dealer. Live the life you've always imagined. What you do today can improve all your tomorrows.
Go to work happy when you go to work in the auto industry. For current, great-paying job opportunities, visit adam.jobs. That's ADAMM.jobs.
Church and Chapel Funeral Homes. Dignified services with less expensive fees compared to other fine funeral homes. Church and Chapel Funeral Homes. There's one near you.
Siding Unlimited, WTMJ News Time, 6:06.
Brewers walk it off against the Reds. Brandon Snide has sports at 6:15.
Free driver's ed classes for disadvantaged students could be coming to Wisconsin schools. Legislation currently being drafted in Madison for that. Leonard Givens graduated high school a few years ago, tells TMJ4 News, didn't have the money to take driver's ed like his friends.
It was just hard for me to watch everybody else going to get their license. I wasn't able to afford it, and the school didn't help me get it for free, so I just was out of luck.
Funding for the program would come out of $6 million grant to the state from the Wisconsin Insurance Alliance.
The annual Northwestern Mutual Conference this week here in Milwaukee, bringing thousands to the city from all over the country. Milwaukee Journal-Sentinel reporting advisors are probably discussing a lot of the same worries that many of us have. Northwestern Mutual commissioned the Harris poll to find out how adults feel about their financial security. 67% of respondents said they're preparing for a recession coming soon.
If you like your music commercial free on Spotify, well, be prepared to pony up a little bit more cash.
If you want to keep listening to your favorite songs on Spotify without the ads, you'll have to pay more. The price of premium subscriptions is going up by $1 or $2 a month. What gives? Tech contributor Ian Scher.
With all of the subscription options, you would think that there would be such insane competition that prices would be going down. But the reality is that running these services is rather expensive.
Users get a 1-month grace period before the new prices go into effect. Deborah Rodriguez, CBS News.
So are you Spotify?
We use Spotify, yeah. Absolutely love it.
Why? Like, because it's all your stuff in one place, your podcast, and you're this and you're that.
I can listen to any music whenever I want, however I want, in any form, in a playlist. I can say, hey, you want to listen to some Bon Jovi? Okay, I'll fire up some Bon Jovi.
You're going to laugh at me. I'm still downloading songs for 99 cents.
Okay, well, but I mean,
building my own, like, I'm still stuck in my old thing.
But you are, I mean, they both do the same thing. We're both paying for music in some form.
I guess. Basically, I'm just listening to the same 200 songs over and over again for the rest of my life.
That's all right.
6:08 on Wisconsin's Morning News.
Our house needs a lot of work. That roof, siding.
J&J Contractors.
It's not just the outside. The bathroom needs to be completely redone.
J&J Contractors. They do it all with top-of-the-line quality craftsmanship that's all custom or semi-custom. Set up a consultation today at their beautiful showroom in Greendale and find out what makes J&J Contractors different. Check out their reviews. Southeast Wisconsin loves J&J Contractors for their impeccable work and outstanding communication. Just Google J&J Contractors.
Your first time biking to work. Your new helmet? Secure. Your bike? Road ready. You got this. Just like Associated Bank's got you with Access Checking. It's maintenance fee-free with no minimum balance requirements. So even if down the road that bike needs a little maintenance, at least your checking account won't. You've got this with Access Checking from Associated Bank. See associatedbank.com/checking or ask a banker for details. Member FDIC.
Traffic is sponsored by the Racine Zoo's Animal Crackers Concert Series, live music along the lakefront. Enjoy live music along the lakefront at Racine Zoo's Animal Crackers Concert Series. Saxophonist Mindy Abair takes the stage Wednesday, July 26th. Get your tickets today at racinezoo.org.
Checking in with Debbie Lazica, who's back in the house this morning. What do you see on the roads, Deb?
Well, we're looking at a good ride so far this morning. Not seeing too many delays out there. We've got one broken down vehicle westbound 94 just past Blue Mound Road. It's off on the right shoulder, so it's not going to be causing too much of a problem. Just a little bit of a distraction for you. But for the rest of the system, looking great. I'm Debbie Lazaga with your WTMJ Johnson & Sons Paving Time Saver Traffic.
The WTMJ 5-day forecast. This morning, waking up to hazy, smoky conditions again. A slight chance of a shower well north of Milwaukee today. High temperature of 88 degrees for tonight. Increasing clouds with a chance of showers and storms late tonight. A low temperature of 72. Now Wednesday, chance of showers and storms mainly early. Becoming partly cloudy, hot and humid. A high of 90. Thursday, mostly sunny, hot and humid, a high of 93 in Milwaukee, inland 98. We could see triple-digit heat index values. On Friday, partly cloudy with a chance of thunderstorms and a high temperature of 90 degrees. Saturday, mostly sunny, back down to 80. I'm Chief Meteorologist Brian Niznansky with the Storm Team Forecast on WTMJ.
Talk live with Niznansky at 7:20 this morning, 72 degrees in Milwaukee.
Live from the Annex Wealth Management Studios at the Avenue in downtown Milwaukee, this is Wisconsin's Morning News. Here's your host, Vince Vitrano.
11 minutes after 6 on this Tuesday morning, Wisconsin's Morning News. You're not doing the sweaty robot story, are you?
Well, maybe.
Just because something happened doesn't mean we have to talk
No,
about
I have to pass it along.
If my intelligence is artificial, then why am I smarter than you?
Okay, so Dish Brain has been created. Dish Brain is a semi-biological computer chip with
They're going to have to come up with some new marketing on that.
Dish Brain. So they grow a brain in a dish, basically.
Yes.
So it's got 800,000 human and mouse brain cells, and it's lab-grown, and this is going to be able to allow access to advanced automation and brain-machine interfaces, meaning your brain could connect to the machine and make the machine do things.
What could possibly go wrong?
Nothing heavy. You could change a channel with your brain, maybe. You could flip a screen with your brain. You could drive the car with the brain, and maybe do terrible things as well, evil things.
Who's made this?
This is from a group called Monash University. That's the school that's growing the Dish Brain. This is based out of Australia, it looks like. Then there's the sweaty robot.
No, wait.
It's so hot.
I said I didn't want this story.
So it's so hot, guys, that scientists for the first time are employing a robot that has the ability to generate and absorb heat as well as sweat to monitor how high temps affect humans and generate methods of combating the health dangers. So as we notice that the average temperature seems to be ticking up, let's create these robots that we can learn from. So basically, it's called Andy. It's a thermal mannequin from a tech company called Thermetrics. And they're going to use it now as a test dummy to figure out, basically sportswear and wearability for sportswear. And by doing so, they have created this robot that can sweat.
So they can test their new dry fit, dry wicking technology without...
Oh, I thought you were talking about something like it's a canary in a coal mine kind of thing. So, send them into places where it might possibly be too hot, and then we can determine whether or not we can send humans in.
well,
in a manner of speaking...
Otherwise known as a thermometer.
But no, you're onto something, Deb. Let's put the new, we're testing the new T-shirts or whatever, instead of making... some volunteers sit there in a room that's 112 and see how it happens.
Well, tales of the over-engineered.
Right,
but you're right. It hasn't happened before.
And that's exactly why they're doing it, though. Because of that, they want to make sure that for human purposes, they're not hurting people, so they can try it with this Andy cooling system feature instead. It doesn't say anything about, BO, if the robot would stink after sweating.
Well, they're not introducing the bacteria that creates the smell, right? God, I hope not. Come on.
Not yet.
I have one more question on the brain.
Dish Brain?
Me too.
So on Dish Brain, this is so we can interact with technology, but this isn't the brain that's going to make us better at stuff, right?
Well, I think it's supposed
Asking for a friend. Pancake's laughing at me back there. I want that, dude. I want golf brain.
These programmable chips fusing biological computing with artificial intelligence in future may eventually surpass the performance of existing purely silicon-based hardware. So it'll help the hardware. I don't know if it'll help you, though.
Yeah, what? When do I get the chip that makes me better at stuff?
I guarantee you what's going to happen is that all the rich
kids...
Can I
ask, what happens if we have intrusive thoughts? Like when you're driving down the road or whatever, you feel like, oh, what would happen if I did this, which you obviously won't do.
It'll immediately be printed out for everyone to read. What the heck was that?
Or it would actually happen because it doesn't have any kind of self-censoring.
Yeah, well, there's that
Dish
problem.
Brain gives you a readout on your thoughts for the day. You had 38 negative thoughts. 6:15 on Wisconsin's Morning News. Brandon Snyder, Sports Next.
If my intelligence is artificial, then why am I sweatier than you?
You've probably heard about employee stock ownership plans before, but what separates Fifth Third Bank from others when it comes to these plans? Fifth Third offers unmatched expertise and flexibility when creating ESOP solutions. From full and partial sales, second stage transactions, repurchase obligation financing, and seller note refinancing, ESOPs can offer tax advantages, increased liquidity, employee incentives, and overall diversification of net worth to help your company plan for the future. Fifth Third Bank, National Association, custom solutions built around your goals, member FDIC.
Welcome back to Ask Hasselus.
If Hasselus Mattress is employee-free, then who are you?
I'm the manager.
But your stores don't have employees.
Right. Try and buy with no pushy sales guy.
So what else do you do?
Through Monday, I'm giving away free box springs with the purchase of a new Beautyrest, Serta Perfect Sleeper, or Sealy Posturepedic mattress.
You can do that?
Sure.
Won't the boss get mad?
What boss?
Oh, right.
Find an employee-free showroom near you or shop online at Hasselus.com.
Hey, it's Rose Gray at Fox World Travel. Don't forget the Fox exclusive early booking sale with Apple Vacations is going on now with the nonstop flights to get you there. Don't miss out on the nation's largest all-inclusive sale. Contact Fox World Travel today.
Time for an update from the Gruber Law Office's One Call, That's All Sports Desk. Here's Brandon Snide.
It may only be July, but the atmosphere of playoff baseball was felt last night over at American Family Field. The bottom of the ninth tied at 2 apiece against those Cincinnati Reds. The former MVP, Christian Yelich, coming into the plate with runners on first and second.
Coming back. Yelich bounces one to right. It's a base hit. Perkins around third. Here he comes. He'll score. And the Brewers win.
Bob Uecker on the call right here on WTMJ as Yelich delivering the game-winning single, and the Brewers go on to beat the Reds by a final score of 3-2. A frustrating night at the plate if you were watching or listening to the game. The Brewers going 2 for 16 with runners in scoring position. But with the first place Brewers getting the win, they now move 1.5 games ahead of the Cincinnati Reds in the National League Central Division, which before the last night had won 5 straight games.
Yeah, it was frustrating, certainly. With just leaving some opportunities out there, and opportunities where contact helped us, or a ball in the air in the outfield. But they made some good pitches too, and we pitched super well again. Kept it at 2. Bullpen kept it at 2. Colin did a great job keeping it at 2, and we did put pressure on them a lot, and finally broke through.
The Brewers don't have much time to celebrate the win. They are right back at it tonight with the Reds. Coverage gets underway here on WTMJ at 6:30. Corbin Burns expected to get the start for the Brew Crew. From the diamond to the NFL, where the Green Bay Packers are just 1 day away from the start of their training camp, all eyes will be on number 10. And according to one former general manager, the surprise team of the year could reside right here in Green Bay.
The Green Bay Packers, they are going to sneak up on teams, and they are going to win the NFC North. Jordan Love's going to have a really good year. This team reminds me of the 2010-29 Jets. They're going to run the ball. They have 2 great backs in Aaron Jones and A.J. Dillon, a really good defense with 8 first-round picks. And Jordan Love has benefited from sitting. I don't think he's going to be great. I think he's going to be very good, and I think the Green Bay Packers are the surprise team of this NFL season.
Former Jets general manager Mike Tannenbaum with a bold prediction for the Packers ahead of their start of their training camp. All the veterans are scheduled to report today in Green Bay with the team's first official practice scheduled for tomorrow.
Coming up, having a tough time getting the kids to help around the house, and how do you pay out that allowance? We've got some important tips coming up for you next at 6:19 on Wisconsin's Morning News.
Did you hear that? It can only mean one thing. The Wisconsin State Fair is back. As you're enjoying the fair, be sure to stop by the Bank 59 studio on the heart of the State Fairgrounds to see all of your favorite hosts broadcasting live. It's WTMJ Live at the Wisconsin State Fair. All fair long. See you there.
Eric Bilstead with Wisconsin's Morning News. You know the type of roofing company that I trust. One that doesn't actually tell me that I need to replace my roof, but tells me what I do actually need. Perhaps just a roof tune-up. Tri-County Contracting, they do just that. They offer roof tune-ups that include roof inspections. They'll replace some shingles. They'll fix some gaskets, some rubber collars for those plumbing vent pipes. I just had one done not that long ago. I knew that my 20-year roof likely had some more life in it, and I learned that it does. But there were some issues that Tri-County Contracting discovered. Chuck and Tony were up there. They found some holes in part of my shingles. There was an area where other contractors had put ladders, and it was causing some leakage and some water damage. So we were able to get that fixed thanks to trust in Tri-County Contracting and their worry-free roof tune-up. Tri-County Contracting. Visit TriCountyContractingWI.com. That's TriCountyContractingWI.com.
Interested in a career change with purpose and have a passion for giving back to the community? Choose a fulfilling career that helps other individuals, small businesses, and local nonprofits. Ritz Holman is a privately owned CPA firm looking for talented CPA professionals who are dedicated to being an active, vibrant member of the Southeast Wisconsin community. Ritz Holman maintains a genuine interest in each one of their clients and team members. Join the Ritz Holman team and learn more at ritzholman.com.
An Evening with Bruce Hornsby.
That's just the way it is.
The Spirit Trail 25th Anniversary Tour.
Some things will never change.
October 17th at the Pabst Theater. An intimate solo performance from Bruce Hornsby.
Sneaking up on Boo Radley.
Hear selections from Spirit Trail and other favorites. Tickets on sale now at PabstTheaterGroup.com.
It's time for shrimp at Sendik's. 2-pound bags of 26 to 30 count extra large cooked or raw shrimp are just $14.99. Sendik's, your trusted local grocer.
Traffic is sponsored by Sendik's Food Market, your trusted local grocer since 1926. Debbie Lazica back on the roads. Good to have you back, Deb.
Thank you, sir. Good to be back. Things are moving along pretty well, believe it or not. We've got relatively light volume out there, good speeds. No major incidents to slow you down right now. So, hey, let's knock on wood and everybody play nicely with each other. I'm Debbie Lazica with your WTMJ Johnson & Sons Paving Time Saver Traffic.
Hazy sunshine, very warm today with a slight chance of showers and a high of 88 degrees. Tonight's low only down to 72, so we're staying warm overnight. Wednesday's high 90. Thursday, we could hit 98 degrees away from Lake Michigan. Right now, 72 in Milwaukee.
Mama said there'll be days like this, there'll be days like this. Mama said, Mama said, Mama said.
Kelly Herbst is founder and editor-in-chief of Milwaukee with Kids, MKEWithKids.com. We have an important conversation this morning, Kelly, because getting the kids to do their part around the house is a complex question sometimes for a lot of families. And then plus, how do you pay out for the chores?
I know. It's like a never-ending thing. And in our house, it's always evolving. Like, if you know, if you'd asked me a couple of years ago, we have a different approach than we do now, you know, because the kids are a different age. So you're right. It's the never-ending question.
Nothing we do sticks in my house. Here's what we're going to do from now on, and it's going to be this, and 2.5 weeks later, it's gone.
I know. I really, really hear you. I will say, as my kids have gotten older, so my oldest is 12 now, and all I've had to do is not pay for the things that he wants, and all of a sudden there's this very intrinsic motivation. For, you know, like, he's really into shoes now, and it's like, yeah, I'll buy you a pair of shoes, and then you're on your own, you know, but he wants all these other pairs of shoes, so now he's, like, out in the neighborhood washing windows for people and babysitting, you know, so if it's like intrinsic, I think it's more effective.
So, Kelly, my wife came up with this brilliant idea where they have cards now, and each card has a chore on it, and each one has a point system. And at the start of the week, they're at 0, and they have to get to like 15 or something like that by the end of the work week. And what we found, though, is that they were racking up the points too soon, so we had to add to it. So, like, one of them could be even making dinner, and that'd be 5 points. That's, you know, making dinner's a big deal, so that's a big...
Clean a bathroom here,
yeah,
5 points.
That might be 5. You know, clearing the dishes, that's 1 point or whatever. But we've had to argue back and forth about how many points a week should take, because it could be Wednesday, and they could rack up their points on some of the easier ones and then be done.
And then they just sort of kick their feet up and they're done for the week.
I'm good. I made my quota. Right.
Yeah. Well, maybe it's like you start a rule where, you know, you got to spread it out a little bit, or every day you need, you know, I don't know. But you know what? You know what the important part is that you're doing something, you'll tweak it from here. They're getting the understanding that they have to help out around the house, that they're learning about certain jobs they can do to help out. How old are your kids, too?
I have 16, 13, and 12.
Oh, you've got older kids. Okay.
Yeah. So they've been doing pretty good with it.
Read her the thing.
So I got a text.
Eric had a protester. His daughter didn't like a ad hoc change to the point system.
So my wife sent out this text last week. Good morning, kids. I know some of you have already been doing chores for the week, but we have not yet picked the cards. If you were all together this morning, you could pick your own chore cards. Make sure that people are already did it, yada, yada. Again, this week, I'm looking for everyone to do 25 points. And this was like on Wednesday and Thursday. And my daughter was not having it. She's like, but we're already more than halfway through the week. Why do we have to do 25? And then Ange goes, okay, fine. How about 20 points? Bryn, 15. It's Thursday, not Monday. Yeah, so they're going back and
They're
forth.
negotiating. Wait, so is this like, is a point, I don't know if this is too personal, you can say, but is a point like $1, or do they have different allowance each week because they're different ages? How does it work?
Points is just the expectation. So dollars generally, the money usually goes toward like what you were talking about, like, you know, our willingness to purchase said thing.
Right. Oh man, all these different point systems. We had I really like Dave Ramsey actually has a really good like kid chore chart, this magnetic chore chart where it's a nice easy way to keep track of everything. It's more for younger kids though, but it goes up on your fridge and it's really nicely done. My kids were really into that for a while, but even that fell to the wayside after several months.
Right.
Either way, got to do something. Thanks, Callie. Really appreciate the consultation on this. We'll report back to you on how many points I've earned this week.
I can't wait to hear. I have faith in you.
Yes. Callie Herbst, founder and editor-in-chief of Milwaukee with Kids. You can read her stuff at mkewithkids.com. 6:26, time for news about your money this morning. WTMJ Annex Wealth Management Market Update. Dow Jones Industrial Average was up more than 180 points in trading on Monday to 35,411. NASDAQ up 26 to 14,059, and the S&P 500 closed at 4555. That was up 18 points. For a deeper dive on the markets, you can listen to the Annex Wealth Management SWAT podcast wherever you find your favorite podcasts.
You wanted lower prices? Fleet Farm's got them. Like KT Nut and Fruit Blend, now only $32.99 for a 20-pound bag. Or how about $3.49 a quart for Resolute Conventional or Synthetic Blend Motor Oil? Also, Resolute Classic Green Antifreeze is now just $10.99 a gallon. And control summer weeds with Gordon's Amine 240 Weed Killer. 2.5 gallons, now only $69.99. Look for new lower prices on everything you need for everyday life with price drops at Fleet Farm.
Get the help you need Saturday morning with How To Radio. At 7, it's the WTMJ Fix It Show with David Nason featuring this week's guest, Kohler Services. At 9, plan your dream vacation with the Fox World Travel Show. And at 10, get financial guidance during Money Talk. Contact Annex Wealth Management for an unbiased review of your investments at annexwealth.com. How To Radio, Saturday mornings on WTMJ.
One day, a 3.5 to 3.9% real estate commission structure will be commonplace. But for now, it's not the case. So you can pay 6% for what we can do for about half that, or you can pay less for full service. For some, it's hard to believe, but for our customers, they know it to be true. I'm Angela Calais with Benefit Realty, and our agents understand the meaning of great customer service. And you'll see they're the cream of the crop. So don't pay more than you have to. Pay less for full service with Benefit Realty, benefit-realty.com. The reviews are in, and folks seem to like how we do business. And what's more, they can't get over the level of service and real estate expertise they get for far less than what they'd pay an agent from a big-name company. At 3.5 to 3.9%, you'll save up to nearly 50% in commission by choosing a Benefit Realty full-service agent. Everything they do, we do, for up to 50% less. There's no catch. I'm Angela Calais with Benefit Realty, where you pay less for full service. See our success stories at benefit-realty.com.
Celebrate a birthday, anniversary, or retirement this week with a free dinner at the historic Fox and Hounds restaurant near Holy Hill. Buy one dinner, get one free, 7 nights a week. Google Fox and Hounds restaurant and enjoy your free dinner.
Wisconsin's Morning News National Anthem is powered by Weniger Compressor, putting the I can in American. This is Garth Newstater.
6:31, I'm Adam Roberts. This is Wisconsin's Morning News. Your top story: 2 deadly Milwaukee shootings in less than 12 hours.
I'm Debbie Lazaga. So far, we are looking at a good ride around the area. We do have a couple of disabled vehicles out in Waukesha County on westbound 94 at Highway 16. Another one just a little bit past Blue Mound Road. Both of them are out of traffic. Debbie Lazaga with your WTMJ Johnson & Sons Paving Time Saver Traffic.
Your forecast today calls for hazy skies across southeast Wisconsin. An air quality alert in effect until noon today. Also expecting hot, warm air again. Possibly some thunderstorms as well. A high of 88 degrees today. It's currently hazy and 71 in Milwaukee. From the WTMJ Breaking News Center, a 9-year-old boy dead this morning after a shooting on Milwaukee's north side Monday evening. The Milwaukee Fire Department confirming the boy was shot in the face near 76th and Mill, dying from his injuries on scene. Police say a 42-year-old Milwaukee man and a 14-year-old boy taken into custody. Last week, 3 children under the age of 5 were shot and injured within 3 days in the city. We're also following a developing story this morning as the Milwaukee Medical Examiner's Office confirming it's been called to the scene of a shooting near Sherman and Lloyd. The shooting appears to be on the property of the Washington Park that was located there near a play area on the park's north end. That would fall under the jurisdiction of the Milwaukee County Sheriff's Office, whom WTMJ has reached out to for more information. A 1-year-old has died after drowning in a family pool on Friday. First responders finding the baby in a pool located near 17th and Lapham July 21st. The medical examiner's report stating the family had placed the baby in the living room during a family gathering. The child was able to leave the room and later found at the bottom of the 4-foot-deep pool. Milwaukee Fire Chief Aaron Lipsky.
There's a lot of responsibility with parenting or being a guardian when you're near water. Whether that water is in a bathtub, whether it's in an inflatable pool in your backyard.
Investigators saying the baby's home had a metal gate installed inside, though it did not have a strong latch or lock. As we mentioned at the top of the hour, an air quality alert in effect until noon today in southeast Wisconsin, with smoke from Canadian wildfires once again making its impact on our area felt. TMJ4 Chief Meteorologist Brian Nisnansky.
Limit your activity this morning. If you like to go for that run, maybe cut it in half. As we head into this afternoon, we start to notice that smoke dissipating across southeastern Wisconsin. So we should start to see some improvement by this afternoon, but this morning will be pretty rough.
And Niz will join Wisconsin's Morning News at 7:20 with an update on the situation. And 3 of the first women to fly in U.S. combat missions, Martha McSally, Jeannie Nevich, and Sharon Pressler, will be hosted by EAA AirVenture tomorrow. Director of Communications Dick Napinski says they'll be honored for the road they paved for women in aviation.
We're going to have a whole bunch of people who are current combat pilots and former Thunderbird pilots who are all women. They're going to be talking about building on the legacy of those 3 and what it means for women in the military today.
The U.S. allowed women to start flying in combat missions 30 years ago. From the WTMJ Breaking News Center, I'm Adam Roberts, citing Unlimited WTMJ News Times 6:34.
Traffic is sponsored by Milwaukee's German Fest. That's this weekend. Make it your tradition.
Come celebrate German Fest, Milwaukee's original house party. This weekend, authentic German food, beer, and steel timber sports competition. For more on German Fest, visit GermanFest.com.
Coming up, X may not mark the spot for Twitter. Citing Unlimited WTMJ News Time 6:34.
I'm certified financial planner Tony Drake with Drake & Associates. If you're retired or looking to retire soon, have you developed a strategy to minimize or eliminate the taxes when you start pulling money out of your IRA or 401k? If you haven't, then you have a very vulnerable plan because taxes are going up in the future. And if you look at the spending our government does, taxes could rise even more. Find out what's missing in your retirement strategy by requesting a copy of my Retirement Ready Toolkit that's loaded with materials designed to help protect you from taxes. Call or text TAX to 414-409-9982. That's calling or texting TAX to 414-409-9982 to get your free toolkit today.
Investment advisory services provided by Drake & Associates, LLC, an SEC-registered investment advisor. Insurance products are offered through a separate company, Loft Financial Advisory Group, LLC, a Wisconsin insurance agency. Clients are under no obligation to purchase any recommended insurance products.
Potawatomi Casino Hotel Milwaukee is partnered with the iconic musical duo of Paul Stanley and Gene Simmons from world-renowned rock band Kiss. to bring their newest hit to town, Rock and Brews Restaurant. On August 1st, rock and roll over to Potawatomi for the grand opening of Rock and Brews and satisfy your need for great food, great music, and most importantly, a great time. For more details, visit paysbig.com.
Life is just getting started at Three Pillars, Wisconsin's top-rated continuing care retirement community. Located on 300 beautiful Lake Country acres, Three Pillars is taking reservations for new high-end active adult residences. With 4 styles to choose from and amenities like a supper club, fitness center, spa, pub, dog park, trails, and gardens galore. The choice is easy as you start your next adventure. Learn more at threepillars.org.
Siding Unlimited, WTMJ News Time, 6:36.
Packers open training camp tomorrow in Green Bay. Brandon Snide looks ahead in sports at 6:45.
Well, I did say people were going to die.
All right, time for Must Watch. Must Watch for, let's see, Tuesday, July 25th. All right, so it's X now. It's not Twitter, it's X. And I didn't know this, but I don't know, maybe you did, that Elon Musk has long been fascinated with the letter X, which is now what Twitter is.
Okay.
So,
okay.
We have SpaceX.
I suppose.
He founded a startup called X.com, which turned into PayPal. He calls one of his children, his son, whose actual name is just a collection of letters and symbols. He calls him X.
Calls him X?
Yeah.
So that's like Prince, like it's a symbol?
Yeah. So he's hoping that this is an everything app, similar to China's WeChat, which combines video chats, messaging, streaming, payments, all that stuff. That's what X is eventually supposed to be. Here's the problem. X is already trademarked. It's trademarked to Microsoft. Filed back in 2003, right? It was marketed for Xbox, its gaming system there. And then there's another kicker. In 2017, Microsoft helped Meta file for part of its trademark on X to help stream video and audio content.
So X is taken.
And Musk did threaten to sue Meta earlier this month because of the whole Threads thing being too similar to Twitter. So was this his response, as now he's X?
Oh, yeah? Oh, yeah? You like that? How about X? How about that?
So we'll see how long X lasts. So far, it doesn't really affect you. I mean, you can still use Twitter just like you normally do. It's just rebranded as X.
So all these guys are going to do is just sue each other into oblivion here for the next 10 years.
Much like the entire world, yes.
And all of us will just continue doing what we're doing.
Mm-hmm.
As you were.
Well, I did say people were going to die.
This report sponsored by Pella of Wisconsin. Discover Pella now, pay later at PellaWI.com.
Ugh, your lunch is still in here from the last day of school? Ugh, everything is rotted.
Let's make our windows.
Did you learn that from Mom?
Yeah.
Well, you make a great point. Tell you what, let's clean out your backpack and then we'll...
Kajinatawa from Pella.
Precisely.
While we can't stop the discovery of those rotting surprises you often find at the bottom of your kid's school backpack, Pella's limited lifetime warranty on wood windows and doors makes it so that you'll never have to worry about rotting windows again. Right now at Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, make payments as low as $35 per window and $78 per patio door. Experience Pella's nearly endless possibilities for maximum design flexibility, featuring dramatic sizes, custom colors, finishes, and more. With Pella's limited lifetime warranty and payments as low as $35 per month per window, $78 per door, there's no reason to wait. Visit PellaWI.com today.
Your first night camping alone. The new tent, fully set up. Your bug spray, barely keeping up. But you got this. Just like Associated Bank's got you with free overdraft protection transfers. So when you bought all those supplies and lost track of your spending, we had you covered. You got this with free overdraft protection transfers from Associated Bank. See associatedbank.com/checking or ask a banker for details. Member FDIC.
You can give them the same old, or you can surprise them with something unique from St. Vincent de Paul Thrift Store at a bargain. Almost new, but really cool. The thing about thrift store gift shopping is that you never know what you'll find, but when you find it, you'll know it's right. That's what makes it fun. And if you just can't choose, gift cards are always available at St. Vincent de Paul Thrift Stores on Highway 100 in Layton and Greenfield and 23rd and Lincoln in Milwaukee.
You're gonna love it, St. Vincent de Paul.
Traffic is sponsored by TaybackAttorneys.com. Veterans benefits denied? Call Tayback for the payback.
Call Tayback for the payback. Tayback Law is the local veterans benefit claims law firm. They're now accepting Camp Lejeune claims. Call Tayback for the payback. TaybackAttorneys.com.
Checking in at 641 on the roads, Debbie.
All right, still looking pretty good out on the roads. We got light volume, full freeway speeds right now, no major incidents, so we are good to go. I'm Debbie Lazago with your WTMJ Johnson & Sons Paving Time Saver Traffic.
The WTMJ 5-day forecast. Hazy sunshine again this morning. That wildfire smoke lingering around should improve by this afternoon. There's also a slight chance of a shower well north of Milwaukee. Most of us are going to stay dry today. Very warm. High temperature of 80. For tonight, increasing clouds. Chance of showers and storms towards the morning. Low temperature of 72. Chance of showers and storms mainly early on Wednesday, then becoming partly cloudy, hot and humid, a high of 90. Thursday, mostly sunny, hot and humid, a high of 93 in Milwaukee. Inland, 98. And then Friday, partly cloudy, chance of storms still hot, high temperature of 90. I'm Chief Meteorologist Brian Isnansky with the Storm Team forecast on WTMJ.
72 degrees, our current temp. One of our teammates here at Good Karma Brands is working through a courageous battle with cancer. We are supporting her, of course, every day, but in particular this week. Cherie Harris, she is brave enough, kind enough to share her story to bring awareness and a call to action so that we can support her and people like her who are doing the same thing.
July is Thrive Through Month for Good Karma Brands, and we are proud to share an encouraging story from the Truth's General Manager, Cherie Harris, of thriving through her breast cancer diagnosis.
What I knew about breast cancer before I was diagnosed, that I know that is tumors and that lies in your body, and it can metastasize, which means it could spread throughout your body if you don't take care of it right away. So being proactive and having a mammogram every year, whether you're 35 or 40, is key. What I know about it now is that there's different types of breast cancer. It's not just one type, and what I have is triple negative breast cancer, which is very aggressive, one of the most aggressive, and it comes in different stages. So understanding what that is, understanding the stages, just because something is stage 1 doesn't mean it's less harmful than stage 4. It's all about your care and the response to that care. And when you understand that, you'll be in a better space.
Has anything surprised you from either what you knew then versus what you know now? Were you surprised by anything?
Yes, I was surprised. I mean, everybody knows when you have breast cancer, the first thing people think about, I'm going to lose my hair. That is the least of your worries. We need to understand is that you're going to lose living cells in your body. You're going to have chemo brain, which means it's going to harder remember things, form synthesis, simple synthesis. You're going to sleep a lot. You can't control that. Your eating habits are going to change, so you got to be mindful of that. There's a lot of things I was unaware about. Nausea is one of those things as well, but can be controlled, and you should not be afraid of that. So just understanding like the adversities of your care, which means, you know, the side effects and how to counteract those side effects, which means how to prevent it, I think the outcome would be better, and that's what worked for me.
Support our Thrive Through initiative by joining the 1017 The Truth team on July 27th from 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. at the Broken Bat Brewery in Milwaukee for a breast cancer research fundraiser.
And a lot of us from WTMJ will be out there as well. I'll be tending bar right off the bat, pun intended, at Broken Bat, 4 p.m., taking your tips to benefit this important cause. 644, Brandon Snide Sports next.
Accunet Mortgage is an equal housing lender. NMLSConsumerAccess.org, number 255368. This is Chief Home Buying Strategist Brian Wickard. A lot of home shoppers just go with their bank when it comes to getting their pre-approval and financing their new home. That's exactly what Jordan and Michelle did, and it wasn't until after they wrote their 5th losing offer that they took their agent's advice and called Accunet for a rock-solid guaranteed pre-approval and offer strategy consultation. Every time you write an offer and lose, it's an emotional punch to the gut because you've already imagined having Thanksgiving dinner at that house. We're helping home shoppers and their agents write stronger, more convincing offers every day with powerful tools and strategies that really work. If you don't mind writing 5 losing offers, go ahead and get a flimsy generic pre-approval from your bank or credit union. But if you want the best shot at writing an offer that gets accepted, get a rock-solid guaranteed pre-approval from Accunet, and I'll personally join in on your offer strategy consultation like I did for Jordan and Michelle, whose very next offer was a winner. All you got to do to get started is click on the blue button today at ACCUNET.com.
Church and Chapel Funeral Homes. Your family, your memories, our priority. Church and Chapel Funeral Homes. There's one near you.
Time for an update from the Gruber Law Office's One Call, That's All Sports Desk. Here's Brandon Snide.
Sal Frelick hit his first career home run, and Christian Yelich knocked in the game's winning run as the Milwaukee Brewers beat the Cincinnati Reds 3-2 on Monday night. With the victory, the Brewers now moving 1.5 games ahead of Cincinnati in the NL Central, which had won 5 straight before last night. Milwaukee and Cincinnati are right back at it tonight. First pitch is set for 7:10. Corbin Burns expected to get the start. The Green Bay Packers will descend upon a new era this week as the team's veterans are scheduled to report to Titletown today in preparation for the team's first training camp practice on Wednesday. And lastly, tragic news out of Illinois as the 2-year-old grandson of newly hired Milwaukee Bucks coach Adrian Griffin died Saturday after the child's father found him unresponsive earlier in the day.
It's time for Extra Points, a sports opinion commentary on Wisconsin's morning news. Here's Brendan Snide.
A new era in Green Bay will officially get underway this week. The Packers will open their training camp with a new starting quarterback under center for the first time in 16 seasons. On Monday, the Packers held their annual owners meeting with the announcement of buying the company that makes cheeseheads, a financial report that no one really seemed to care about, and some interesting words that were spoken by the team's president, Mark Murphy, regarding Jordan Love. In that speech, Murphy acknowledged his appreciation of the past and his excitement for the future, saying, quote, "We should know what we have in Jordan halfway through the season." He went on to say more, of course, but I'm going to stop it right there and say I completely, with respect, of course, disagree with Mr. Murphy on that comment. We will not know what we have in Jordan Love by midseason, which is roughly, realistically, the end of October or the beginning of November. If you recall, Aaron Rodgers' first entire season as a starter, the Packers went 6-10 with a much older and experienced team. It also seems to be a trend amongst Packer fans that we will know within the first few weeks what we have in number 10, and to me, it's going to take more than a season to get the answer we are all so eager to seek. Look, this is by far the youngest offensive roster in the league. Christian Watson and Romeo Doubs will lead the receiver room. Keyword lead the receiver room. 2 guys who were just drafted last April. Luke Musgrave and Tyler Kraft will likely lead the tight end position. And look, they were just drafted 3 months ago. Don't forget about Matt LaFleur either. He must adjust as well. His play calling will revolve around something other than a 4-time MVP. How does he help Jordan Love succeed? Be patient, Packers fans. This season will have its ups and its downs. But regardless of any of that, Jordan Love, to this point, has deserved more than 8 weeks to prove his worth.
Had a rough week? Not to worry. Relax and join Jeff Wagner every Friday at 2:35 for Pop Culture Corner. Brought to you by Palermo's Pizza. Come tell us the best of the best in pop culture, and you could win a prize package from Palermo's.
What is the best movie sequel of all time? Your guilty pleasure on television? I've got a whole long list. Curious to hear from you.
It's Wagner's Pop Culture Corner. Fridays at 2:35 on WTMJ.
Vince Vitrano here for LAK Group, business consulting firm based out of Brookfield, right here in southeast Wisconsin. An extraordinary thing happened yesterday, Eric, at the WTMJ Classic golf outing. So many of our partners participating in our golf outing yesterday. And I'm golfing with Mike Milstead, who is president and managing partner at LAK Group.
Talked to him yesterday.
Yep.
Great guy.
Nice guy. Great guy. Super smart. Knows a lot of stuff, right? Also in my group, Gina Della, Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin.
Excellent.
I introduced Mike to Gina. It's Mike's business consulting firm here in town. And Gina says, really? I've been looking for someone in this field. Those two start talking, boom, hit it off. Leadership development, things that you can work on with your staff, executive coaching, all sorts of things that Gina, prominent businesswoman in our area, is looking for. She meets Mike. She's like, when can we talk? They set up the meeting.
Oh, that's
Perfect.
great.
It is happening. So if that's something that's attractive to you and to your business, LAK Group is the group that I recommend. Discover your human advantage.
You're just going to have to live with it. That's what I told myself. And if you can believe it, that's what the doctors told me.
Since Andy was a boy, he had health issues, which later we would find were primarily due to his trouble breathing. So for 36 years, Andy lived with about 85% blockage in his nose. He had to breathe through his mouth because when he tried to breathe through his nose, it felt like he was being suffocated. It affected his sleep, his work life, and his ability to play sports. And he wasn't going to let it ruin his life anymore. So he came to Advent. As bad as it was, his problem required a simple solution. In-office balloon sinuplasty and turbinate reduction. Procedures you won't find offered by big box healthcare. This is Dr. Madan Kandula. It's definitely possible that your nasal breathing problems have a simple solution too. You can hear Andy's story in his own words at adventknowsandy.com and begin on your path to breathing well and living better.
Results may vary.
WTMJ, W277CV, and WKTI HD2 Milwaukee from the Annex Wealth Management Studios. This is News Radio WTMJ, a Good Karma brand station.
Checking the roads here at 9 minutes before 7 with Debbie Lazica.
All right, still a nice quiet ride around the area. Nothing major slowing us down. We're starting to see a couple taps of the brakes, actually. Nice, check that. Just northbound on 41 between Blue Mount and Watertown Plank Road. Yes, we're back to that. So for the most part, though, everything else is looking pretty good. So we're in good shape. Hey, you can help out your fellow commuters. Report accidents and slowdowns to the WTMJ Hall Mazda traffic tip line at 414-238-9329. Visit Hall Mazda during Mazda's season of discovery. I'm Debbie Lazica with your WTMJ Johnson & Sons Paving Time Saver Traffic.
WTMJ forecast sponsored by Dave Drake Camp Heating, where your comfort is their family's tradition. Warm today of a high of 88 degrees with a slight chance of showers. And we have an air quality alert in effect until noon today, as it will be hazy, at least to get you started. Increasing clouds tonight, chance of showers and storms late, and a low down to 72. And then for Wednesday, temperature could hit 90 degrees with a chance of some morning showers and storms. 6:52 right now and 72 degrees in Milwaukee. Lori Nickel, two-time sports writer of the year for the Milwaukee Journal-Sentinel, is with us on this Tuesday morning, experiencing one of the great Wisconsin summer traditions, the staycation, Lori. I love it. In part because I can't afford to go anywhere. but also, why would you leave Wisconsin this time of year? So much to do.
Yeah, this might be my last staycation, though. I can't.
See, you're going crazy, aren't you?
Well, it's just like all I end up doing is yard work and cleaning. And I don't know if you guys have ever done this, but since I'm doing yard work and cleaning, all I'm doing is thinking. And I did the math, and the average life expectancy of a woman is 79 and a man is 73. So then I started counting, all right, how many summers do I have left maybe in my life? And then I took off 10 years because I'm like, gosh, what if I have arthritis and I can't walk or hike anymore? And so then when I did the math, I'm like, I don't want to scrub this sink anymore. I want to be on a kayak or near the water or something. This might be my last staycation. But yes, being a tourist in your own city or your own state is great, but my staycation is just turning into like chores and to-do lists.
No, I think you're onto something, though. You do have to, if you're going to take a week off or whatever it is from work but not go anywhere, you do have to have a plan for some fun stuff to do, or otherwise, you end up mired in just taking care of business.
Tasks.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had a plan, but then I've been out in wildfire smoke. I was with my nephew at the zoo all day yesterday, and I felt like this stuff bothers me a lot. I just don't feel good. So, I had to alter that plan, and I'm like, well, I'm staying in the house. I'm going to work out in the house. I'm going to clean the house, and I would just really rather be anywhere else right now.
Well, one recommendation I have for people, and I'd love to hear your perspective on this. If you have not been, if you're a Packers fan and you haven't made that trip up during the week to watch a Packers practice, it really is a special thing. I think back to my days, though, Lori, when I was working at Packers training camp, and what it was then in the mid to late 90s was literally people standing along. We used to call them railbirds because you would stand on the fence right there on Oneida Street and kind of peer through the fence. How the Packers have built this out to be a really comfortable and engaging fan experience is amazing.
It's a total festival atmosphere now between Titletown Park and the stadium seating at Ray Nitschke Field, and it's completely changed. I have the same experience. I kind of long for the old days, though. I mean, I remember, I one year in 1997, I think, I was driving from the practice field back to Lambeau because it's a couple of blocks, and this tired player was next to me. I'm like, do you need a ride? He's like, yeah, I'm dying. And he gets in the car. I'm like, so who are you? And he's like, my name's Rob Davis. And I'm like, awesome. Okay, let's go. But these days, it's all about the bikes. It's all about that cool family experience. This is your chance to interact with the players. They're expecting it. They're embracing it. And if that's your thing and you're doing the bike thing, I would get there early and wear the gear. As much Packer stuff as you have or individualized stuff for the players. That's how you attract attention because it's going to be packed. There's so many kids up there. It's really cool. It never gets old. The players love it. They look forward to it, especially anybody from their first to fifth year. They want to know what this is like and experience it. So just get there early.
And you don't buy tickets for that type of thing, right?
No, that's all free. Everything up there is free. The Titletown experience stuff where they've created all these games and family interaction stuff, that's free. The only thing that is, I believe family night is like $10, and that's a fundraiser type event anyway. Mm-hmm. So this is your best chance. If you like football, if you want to see the first new quarterback in franchise history since, the last two iconic ones we've had since 1993, I mean, this is your chance to interact with this and to see it all. And again, to me, the key is that the players are expecting this. They may not expect you to come up and ask for an autograph if you see them in the store or at a restaurant, but at training camp, they're prepared for this. They want to interact with fans, and it really is. It's like State Fair or Summerfest for football. Before, when it was the Railbird thing, it was all about football. It was two-a-days, hot practices, 5 hours of practice a day. By the evening practice, almost everybody was gone. Now it's crowded. There's a lot to do. There's a lot of different things to do, a lot of different to satisfy everybody's interests. You can do the tours and stuff. Green Bay has changed a lot too. So it is worth your time. If you're even casually interested, it's fun to check it out.
That first public practice for the Green Bay Packers, 10:30 a.m. tomorrow, just across from Lambeau Field. Thanks, Lori.
Thank you, Vince. Eric, take care.
Business headlines are up next. They're sponsored by Old National Bank. Get old. Here's the Milwaukee Business Journal's Sari Lesk.
The Green Bay Packers acquired the Milwaukee-based maker of Cheesehead hats. The football franchise committed to continue manufacturing the headwear in Wisconsin. A combined Dunkin' and Baskin-Robbins is planned in Franklin. The proposed new location would be one of several new Dunkin' shops planned in southeast Wisconsin. And women's leadership nonprofit Professional Dimensions commits $100,000 over 2 years to the Sherman Phoenix Foundation. The funds would support the creation of new services directed at women and working moms. I'm Sari Lesk with MilwaukeeBusinessJournal.com on News Radio WTMJ.
Need a new bank for your small business? How about an old one? For a limited time, you can earn up to a $500 cash bonus when you open a free or basic business checking account with Old National. So think big when it comes to your small business and choose a bank where relationships and results have mattered for nearly 200 years. Visit a local banking center or learn more at oldnational.com/success today. Complete qualifying activities within 60 days of account opening. $50 minimum initial deposit required. Account must remain open 120 days. Member FDIC. Old National Bank. Get old.
The smallest detail needs to be right, and there's no reason it can't be right.
Ben and Arvid from Penny Mustard Furnishings.
He's so passionate about the quality of the furniture. It's important for that furniture to be built perfect. Every little detail matters if you're going to have people and a company and a culture where what we deliver to that customer is absolutely the best thing we can bring to that customer. Everything we do to get to that point that the customer never sees needs to be done to our best ability.
PennyMustard.com.
There's a reason why we install Armstrong Air Pro Series systems. When your reputation is on the line, you pick the brand you can trust. It's like our employees. You pick the best to preserve your good name. A guy like me that's been working on furnaces and AC systems for over half my life. I got an eye for the good stuff. And Armstrong Air Pro Series systems fit the bill. This is Anthony Zanevsky with Quality Heating. When you need a good crew installing a system you can rely on, see the man in the red van.
Quality Heating, Quality Heating.
Emergency service 24/7. Quality Heating has 25 trucks ready to work around the clock to get out there quickly to solve your heating or AC problem. So when that system goes on the fritz and you want to avoid that sweaty summer heat or bypass the fear of frozen feet, the man in the red van can't be beat when it comes to prompt, reliable service. Call Quality Heating for any emergency HVAC need.
You gotta see the man in the red van. Quality Heating, Quality Heating.
The place you want to go, Lynch McWanago.
Nobody sells for less than Lynch.
Keeping you informed, keeping you safe, keeping you engaged and entertained. We are Wisconsin's radio station, News Radio 620 WTMJ, Milwaukee.
Just coming up on 7:01, I'm Vince Vitrano. This is Wisconsin's Morning News. It's Tuesday, July 25th. Our top story, a 9-year-old child, the latest victim of gun violence in Milwaukee.
I'm Eric Bilstead, back in the haze.
I'm Brandon Snod. Why one league expert thinks the surprise team could reside in Green Bay.
I'm Debbie Loziga. Things starting to wake up a little bit on the roads. Northbound on 41, seeing a little bit of a backup out of the Zoo Interchange up past Watertown Plank. The northbound side of 43 slowing down a little bit from North Avenue all the way up into the construction zone proper right near Capitol Drive. I'm Debbie Loziga with your WTMJ Johnson & Sons Paving Time Saver Traffic.
Some wildfire smoke hanging around today. Air quality alert in effect until noon. Hazy sunshine and very warm with a slight chance of showers and a high of 88 degrees. Right now at 72 in Milwaukee. And from the WTMJ Breaking News Center, a 9-year-old boy is dead this morning after shooting at Milwaukee's north side. Milwaukee Fire Department confirmed that the boy had been shot 76th and Mill Road Monday evening, died from his injuries on scene. Police said a 42-year-old Milwaukee man and a 14-year-old boy were taken into custody. Last week, 3 children, all under the age of 5, were shot and injured within just 3 days in the city.
We're also following a deadly shooting this morning at Milwaukee's Washington Park. WTMJ's Adam Roberts live in the Breaking News Center with the latest.
Yeah, Eric, details still pretty limited in this situation. What we do know this morning is that the Milwaukee Medical Examiner's Office has confirmed it was called to the scene of the shooting near Sherman and Lloyd. Crews and authorities working on that scene right now. It appears to be on the Washington Park property near a play area on the park's north end, which would make this the jurisdiction of the Milwaukee County Sheriff's Office, whom WTMJ has reached out to for more information on the shooting. Live from the Breaking News Center, I'm Adam Roberts.
Mentioned at the top here, Canadian wildfire smoke returning to southeast Wisconsin this week, having its impact on our air quality. Once again this morning, TMJ4 Chief Meteorologist Brian Nisnansky.
Limit your activity this morning. If you like to go for that run, maybe cut it in half. As we head into this afternoon, we start to notice that smoke dissipating across southeastern Wisconsin. So we should start to see some improvement by this afternoon, but this morning will be pretty rough.
And air quality alert in effect for all of southeast Wisconsin till noon today. Niz joins us here on Wisconsin's Morning News Live at 7:20. We'll chat with him more then.
There are new tensions between the U.S. and North Korea. This as the North launched 2 more missiles just hours after another U.S. nuclear-powered sub arrived in South Korea. This all comes a week after a U.S. Army private, Travis King, with ties to Racine, ran across the border and is now in North Korea. CBS News correspondent Nancy Cortez.
Annapolis is the second U.S. nuclear-powered submarine in a week to arrive in South Korea, a show of force by the two allies. Within hours, North Korea made its own statement, firing a pair of short-range ballistic missiles into the sea again.
These launches are in violation of multiple United Nations Security Council resolutions.
U.S. officials conceded Monday they have yet to establish any meaningful contact with North Korea over Army Private Travis King, the 23-year-old who made a dash across the border into the Hermit Kingdom a week ago today.
Coming up, the battle over buoys continues. Signing Unlimited, WTMJ News Time 7:04.
Traffic is brought to you by James Imaging Systems, your local document imaging partner. Visit jamesimaging.com.
Brookfield GMC has document imaging technology from James Imaging Systems, all bundled under the James Managed Print Services program. Brookfield GMC controller Jay Doyle.
They can track where the printer supplies are, the toner supply is getting down or low, and then they'll ship us a new toner.
And there's more. James Imaging Systems Managed Print Services also includes parts and service.
Exactly, yes. We had a fuser go out in one of our printers, and they came out and replaced that right away. So repair and our supplies are maintained.
Managed Print Services from James Imaging Systems. All your document output devices, service, supplies, and parts wrapped up in one low monthly invoice. Now that's a good value.
It's a big value because of all the services.
Managed Print Services from James Imaging Systems. Call 262-781-7700. James Imaging Systems, your local office technology partner.
Real people are getting real and lasting pain relief at QC Kinetics.
Who would have thought that I would be in better shape now than after I got out of the Marines at 22? It's great to be active again.
I've played 36 holes multiple days in a row without pain. Everything is great.
Are you tired of living with chronic joint pain? QC Kinetics uses cutting-edge regenerative medicine to restore and repair damaged tissue, natural healing agents from your own body, so your body can heal itself the way it was designed, with no pain pills, no steroids, no drugs, and no downtime.
It was super successful, and I recommend everyone seek out QC Kinetics as an alternative to surgery.
Thanks to QC Kinetics, quality of life is just a lot better.
Definitely changed my life.
Call now to see if regenerative medicine could be the answer you've been looking for. The local medical professionals at QC Kinetics have proven protocols that can give you lasting relief now, and the consultation is free.
Call QC Kinetics, 414-285-3474. That's 414-285-3474. 414-285-3474.
Roofing and exterior work are really tough jobs, and at Semper Fi, we're proud of our people. And when you work with great people, you deliver great results.
We keep you safe, warm, and dry, Semper Fi.
Siding Unlimited, WTMJ News Time 7:07.
Brewers walk it off against the Reds. Brandon Snide has sports at 7:15.
The acquisition of Foamation Incorporated by the Green Bay Packers discussed at the team's annual shareholders meeting, which was held Monday. Now, Ralph Bruno is the creator of the famed Cheesehead and the owner of Foamation. He says when the team approached him about acquiring the brand, he was excited to pass the torch.
The ability to have the Cheesehead brand go to the Packers is just a match made in heaven for us. So we're very excited to see what some of the Cheesehead products are going to be looking like in the near future.
Packers said they're looking forward to creating new products for fans to enjoy this upcoming season.
Plans to build an apartment building on North Prospect in Milwaukee put on pause. The developers cite the new sales tax as the reason. Willow Partners, LLC, based in Madison, they're managing the project. They told Milwaukee Journal-Sentinel that they chose to pause because of the rising cost to begin construction. Willow said they are still interested in developing the apartment building and even support the 2% sales tax increase, but plan on keeping the project on hold until the end of 2023.
S.C. Johnson has purchased 24 acres in Mount Pleasant for nearly $22 million. The Milwaukee Business Journal says the company says they want to have that capacity for future expansion, potentially. S.C. Johnson, a legacy employer in Racine County.
Two sides still digging in over the floating border barrier that Texas officials strung down a quarter-mile stretch of the Rio Grande. Texas Governor Greg Abbott refusing to have the floating buoys removed from the river that marks the border between the United States and Mexico.
As expected, the Biden administration has responded to Abbott with a lawsuit calling the floating barrier a violation of federal law. Somewhere in the ideological middle is Republican Congressman Tony Gonzalez, who represents the border region.
Whether it's the White House blaming the states or whether it's the states blaming the White House, round and round we go with no solutions.
He's introduced the HIRE Act, which would create visas for migrants seeking to enter the United States to work. Jim Ryan, ABC News, Dallas.
Siding Unlimited, WTMJ News Time 7:09.
This report is sponsored by Siding Unlimited. It's siding and a whole lot more. SidingUnlimited.com.
Your home is your biggest investment, and you live in it. So when you invest in it, you want the best. The best windows, the best roofing, the best deck. Where do you look? Siding Unlimited. Siding Unlimited, you ask? For windows, roofs, and decks? Yes. Siding Unlimited is the best installer of windows, roofs, and decks. They also are the best with siding. Prove it, you demand. Good point. Well, Siding Unlimited has the manufacturer's awards and customer satisfaction history to prove it. In fact, Pella Window named Siding Unlimited their Platinum Elite Contractor of the Year in the entire country 3 years in a row. What's so great about Siding Unlimited? Well, honest pricing, devoted American craftsmen, integrity. You want the best, and Siding Unlimited is it. Windows, roofs, decks, and Siding Unlimited. SidingUnlimited.com.
Traffic is brought to you by Crest Cadillac. Find them at CrestCadillac.com. Crest Cadillac of Brookfield, located on Capitol Drive, just west of Interstate 41. Discover Crest Cadillac at CrestCadillac.com.
7:10 on Wisconsin's Morning News. Debbie Lazica back on the roads for us this morning. Hey, Deb.
Hey there. A little bit of a delay now on northbound 41 coming out of the Zoo interchange up past Watertown Plank Road. We're at 15 minutes now. It's an extra minute or so for that stretch. We've also got northbound 43 slowing down into that construction zone. That's that traffic switch that happened right around the Capitol Drive. So you're starting to see the delays starting at about Locust all the way up past Keefe and in towards the Capitol Drive area. But everywhere else seems to be moving along pretty well. I'm Debbie Laziga with your WTMJ Johnson & Sons Paving Time Saver Traffic.
The WTMJ 5-day forecast. Smoky, hazy sunshine this morning. Slight chance of a shower well north of Milwaukee. Most of us are going to stay dry today. A high of 88 this afternoon. For tonight, increasing clouds. Chance of showers and storms well after midnight. A low of 72. Now Wednesday, chance of showers and storms mainly early. Otherwise becoming partly cloudy. A high of 90. Thursday, mostly sunny. Hot and humid up to 93 in Milwaukee. 98 degrees inland. For Friday, partly cloudy, still hot. Chance of storms, a high of 90. Saturday, mostly sunny and a high of 80. I'm Chief Meteorologist Brian Niznansky with the Storm Team forecast on WTMJ.
We'll talk live with Niz in about 10 minutes. Right now, 72 degrees in Milwaukee.
Live from the Annex Wealth Management Studios at the Avenue in downtown Milwaukee, this is Wisconsin's Morning News. Here's your host, Vince Vitrano.
Just about 7:12 on this Tuesday morning. We are still counting the money. Raised a whole bunch of money for Best Buddies Wisconsin at our WTMJ Classic held at the club at Lac La Belle. A multi-pronged effort here. One chance for us to spend some time with our partners and people who help us do what we do here every day at WTMJ. Also, an opportunity for us to raise money for a chosen charity through WTMJ Cares. So Best Buddies is a volunteer movement. They try to create opportunities by building one-on-one friendships and integrated employment opportunities, leadership development, inclusive living for people with intellectual and developmental disabilities. So it was our goal to raise thousands of dollars for them. And as I said, we literally are still counting how much we earned. With the generous help of so many of you who listen to the show, with our partners, people who participated in our auction, and then also with the whole activation, as you will call it. If you ever done one of these golf outings, they have quote-unquote activations at various holes.
Longest drive,
sure,
longest putt, things like that.
Contests, and our contest yesterday that I feel like we all had a part in inventing was very often in a golf outing, you'll have a beat the pro, right? So you get... you throw a little something at the charity, and then you enter into the contest, and they have a PGA professional, like a pro golfer out there, who will try to hit a shot. And if you can beat the pro, then you get a couple of tickets in the raffle or whatever. Yeah. We didn't have any pros, but we did have a producer.
Yeah.
Greg Hill, Pancake, the producer of Wisconsin's Morning News. We invented this last year. Tell me if I'm remembering this right, because you were golfing with us last year, and you were out on a hole, and someone thought it was beat the pro. Right? And that you were the golf professional.
Yeah, exactly right. Yeah, I fooled people for probably a second and a half that I was the pro, but I collected some money that way, and it was like, hey, maybe we can expound upon this a little bit, make it an official thing.
So then we changed that to beat the producer. So the thing was you would hit the drive, and...
So all they had to do, one person in the whole group just had to out-hit my drive. Now, the shtick was that every time they paid money, the more money that they donated, the higher, lower club I was supposed to use. Which way is that? I struggle with that all day. Well, is it the lower club?
You mean like driver versus like a pitching wedge or whatever?
Again, the producer, not the pro, people. It's pretty apparent.
3 times yesterday he used the putter, and I think some of the players thought that you were really going to get a hold of one.
I did too, for a half a second, until I full back swinged the putter. I was like, you're not supposed to swing this club like this, but I'm too far.
What did you hit when we came around your hole? Did you hit driver?
I think so. You're like, I want to hit the driver. I want it to be fair against Pancake.
Yes. And what happened there?
Yeah, you smoked me, as pretty much
you
expected.
Put it in the weeds, I feel like on purpose.
No. No.
Yeah, see?
No. See, I can play this both ways. If I play it that I played it in the weeds on purpose, then I was just trying to help. See? If I think that I played it serious, then I played it in the weeds. See, I come out good either way here.
No, let me recommend the former. It looks better on you. No, I was just helping the group out.
Yeah, just helping everybody out. Everyone deserves a chance.
But how much money you raise?
Man, last account I received $920 on that hole alone. Thank you, everybody. It was awesome.
So again, thanks to so many of you who listened to the show, bid on the auction items and contributed, and to so many of our partners who are part of the WTMJ Classic out at the club at Loch LaBelle. 7:15. Brandon Snide has sports coming up next.
Experience, knowledge, results. That's what really matters when you need help after a serious truck accident. You'll need a lawyer experienced in fighting and winning for people just like you. Gruber Law Offices has the resources, strong track record of success, and a team of experienced lawyers to take care of your needs. We've successfully helped people injured in big truck accidents for more than 35 years. Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
Are you a veteran who needs assistance? Do you know a veteran who needs help? The Wisconsin Department of Veterans Affairs is here for Wisconsin veterans, their families, and their survivors. We can help connect veterans with services such as medical care, financial and legal assistance, housing, mental health services, substance use treatment, and more. For more information, please visit wisvets.com. That's WIS vets.com. Sponsored by the Wisconsin Department of Veterans Affairs, with funding provided by the Milwaukee Brewers and the Brewers Community Foundation.
Hey, parents and grandparents, with school out, take your kids and grandkids to the amazing Mineshaft restaurant in Hartford and Oshkosh for super affordable fun in the $2 million game room. Kids menu that starts at just $3.99. It's big food. It's big fun. It's MineShaftRestaurant.com.
Time for an update from the Gruber Law Office's One Call, That's All Sports Desk. Here's Brandon Snide.
It was a playoff atmosphere last night over at American Family Field. The bottom of the ninth tied at 2 apiece against the Cincinnati Reds. The former MVP, Christian Yelich, coming to the plate with runners on first and second.
Coming back. Yelich bounces one to right. It's a base hit. Perkins around third. Here he comes. He'll score. And the Brewers win.
Bob Uecker on the call right here on WTMJ as Yelich delivering the game winner last night for the Brewers to beat the Reds by a final score of 3-2. It was a frustrating night, though, at times, despite going 2 for 16 with runners in scoring position. The first-place Brewers with the win now move 1.5 games ahead of Cincinnati in the National League Central, which before last night had won 5 straight games.
Yeah, it was frustrating, certainly. With just leaving some opportunities out there, and opportunities where contact helped us, or a ball in the air in the outfield. But they made some good pitches too, and we pitched super well again. Kept it at 2. Bullpen kept it at 2. Colin did a great job keeping it at 2, and we did put pressure on them a lot, and finally broke through.
Brewers and Reds right back at it tonight at American Family Field. Coverage getting underway here on WTMJ at 6:30. Corbin Burns expected to get the start for the Brew Crew. From the Diamond to the NFL, where the Green Bay Packers are just 1 day away from the start of their training camp. All eyes will, of course, be on number 10. And according to one former general manager, the surprise team of the year, they could reside in Titletown.
The Green Bay Packers, they are going to sneak up on teams, and they are going to win the NFC North. Jordan Love's going to have a really good year. This team reminds me of the 2010-29 Jets. They're going to run the ball. They have 2 great backs in Aaron Jones and A.J. Dillon, a really good defense with 8 first-round picks. And Jordan Love has benefited from sitting. I don't think he's going to be great. I think he's going to be very good. And I think the Green Bay Packers are the surprise team of this NFL season.
Former Jets general manager Mike Tannenbaum with a bold prediction for the Green and Gold. All veterans are scheduled to report today in Green Bay, with the team's first practice scheduled for tomorrow.
The only point he was wrong on is that it's a surprise.
To us.
I know, right? I'm kidding. This happens to me every year, though. I can't.
Super Bowl.
Post-Favre era or Favre era and beyond, every year I've been like, I think we're going to be really good this year.
You never know.
Whatever. Take that for what it's worth. Brian Niznansky live with us next. We've got an air quality alert in effect until noon today. Niz will break that down for us. And temperatures getting hot by late in the week. Next on Wisconsin's Morning News.
The boys from the Queen City are coming to town. But this town, with this division lead, this is the land of kings.
Well, I can become king then.
Get up! Get out of here! Go! A drive to deep right field. How far will it fly? The track at the wall. Gone!
It's the Brewers and the Reds. Our Brewers Radio Network game day coverage starts tonight at 6:35. Presented by American Family Insurance. We are the home of the Brewers. WTMJ.
Hey, Eric Bilstead with WTMJ's Wisconsin's Morning News for J.D. Griffiths. They've been at it for more than 70 years. J.D. Griffiths, Milwaukee's premier provider and builder of garage doors. We have 2 brand new J.D. Griffiths garage doors, and they just make the house pop. Just a nice upgrade from the 20-year-old doors we had, all dingy, all banged up. Now we have some nice customized new ones. J.D. Griffiths, jdgriffiths.com is the website. That's how we got our free at-home estimate with Ken. Came over and helped us out and showed us exactly what we needed. We even had swatches, if you will, to choose from to take a look at and figure out what garages we wanted to have there. And, Vince, they don't just do brand new garage doors.
Tell them what else they do.
They also will just take care of your current garage door. So if you have any issues, servicing, whatever you need, garage door openers, they can do that. jdgriffiths.com is the website. They will also build you a new detached garage. jdgriffiths.com is the website. So whether you're looking to upgrade your garage door for added customization, increase your home value, or need dependable service and repairs, J.D. Griffiths is here to help you make the most of this summer season and enjoy a hassle-free garage door experience. J.D. Griffiths has you covered. jdgriffiths.com. Schedule your free at-home estimate today. jdgriffiths.com.
Interested in a career change with purpose and have a passion for giving back to the community? Choose a fulfilling career that helps other individuals, small businesses, and local nonprofits. Ritz Holman is a privately owned CPA firm looking for talented CPA professionals who are dedicated to being an active, vibrant member of the Southeast Wisconsin community. Ritz Holman maintains a genuine interest in each one of their clients and team members. Join the Ritz Holman team and learn more at ritzholman.com.
It's time for shrimp at Sendix. 2-pound bags of 26 to 30 count extra large cooked or raw shrimp are just $14.99. Sendix, your trusted local grocer.
Traffic sponsored by Sendix Food Market, your trusted local grocer since 1926. What's happening on the roads, Deb?
Well, starting to build up a little bit of volume on eastbound 94, basically heading into the stadium interchange from about 76th Street and then again to about 35th. The southbound side of 43 now starting to slow down a little bit, just about from Capitol Drive all the way down past Locust, and northbound 41 slowing from the Zoo interchange all the way up past Watertown Plank Road, adding just a couple of extra minutes. I'm Debbie Lazago with your WTMJ Johnson & Sons Paving Time Saver Traffic.
Hazy sunshine today in your Storm Team forecast. Very warm with a slight chance of showers and an air quality alert that goes until noon today with a high of 88 degrees. Right now, 72 in Milwaukee. At 7:23 on Wisconsin's Morning News, smoke on the water indeed. Storm Team 4 Chief Meteorologist Brian Niznansky live with us this morning. So we got the air quality alert that goes through noon today, Niz. Does that mean the smoke clears out after, or it just gets a little bit better?
Yeah, I think it gets a little bit better. I would also look to maybe see if there's an extension with that at noon. That's a soft ending, I would say, pending our air quality, because right now the air quality still stinks. In fact, it's not good at all this morning. We got air quality that starts to get into the red zone, which is unhealthy for everybody, not just those with like asthma. So it's one of those mornings where, I mean, people are going to go about their day, and I think you really should go about your day. It's just like, make sure you're like monitoring yourself and limiting yourself. If you're someone who, goes and plays golf in the morning, just, make sure you're taking it easy. Maybe decide on riding in a cart, or maybe if you go for that 10-mile run, which I don't, maybe make it 5 miles.
Niz, it's supposed to get crazy hot this week. Will that smoke stick around as it gets crazy hot?
No, actually it's... in relation, what should happen is we start to get more of an influence of our overall air from the southwest, which should clear out the Canadian air that we have in place. And we'll start to see that transition by this afternoon. We'll start to see more of that southwesterly flow as the winds shift out of the southwest to the due south. So, yeah, that actually goes hand in hand. I think once we start to heat up, we get more of that southwestern air. We should see the smoke work out of here.
I was hearing you talking yesterday morning about this as wellness. You and I, when we worked over together at TMJ4, would roll our eyes very often at the stories that we would produce about here's what you need to do when it gets hot. Don't forget to drink the water. Don't worry. But, point well taken, you did say yesterday, don't be an idiot either.
Right. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's so true. I mean, you got to it's common sense. And I think most of your listeners are very sensible.
Yeah, of course they are.
So just so I mean, I know. I think it's silly sometimes where you have a list of bullet points of do this.
Light
but there are
clothing.
things that
take frequent breaks. Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
Absolutely. But those are things that maybe you're just not totally thinking about. I think the big ones in general, don't overdo yourself and make sure you're hydrating yourself. And if you have air conditioning, make sure you're utilizing that. Now, the thing when you get these heat waves, what makes it really dangerous are the folks that aren't fortunate enough to have air conditioning. So if you have a neighbor who you know doesn't have air conditioning, you can offer up a little cool spot, or make sure you're utilizing maybe some community cooling shelters that will be taking place over the next couple days.
This is the deadliest of all the weather elements, right? Isn't heat the one that causes the biggest problem?
Yeah, I mean, you go back to our big heat waves, and I do not think we're going to get to this level. I believe it was 96, if I remember right, in Milwaukee, where we had a really high number of deaths due to heat. And a lot of that is a toll that happens after several days, where you're cooling down to about a humid 80 at night, and then during the day you're well into the 90s. That's when it really starts to take a toll. It takes a toll on your heart, takes a toll just on your body in general. I don't think we're getting there. I do think by this afternoon, maybe some inland spots get up to around 90, and then 90 for everybody tomorrow afternoon. Thursday's the day that everybody should just kind of be, making sure they're aware of the heat. I think we could see some heat index values in the triple digits on Thursday, whereas actual temperature could be as high as 98 out in Waukesha. We'll have some relief, near Lake Michigan, but Thursday's going to be a hot one. No matter
today's
where
show
you
cut
are in the
is
country.
almost on. I don't want you to miss it. Then I get in trouble.
Absolutely, guys. Thank you so much, Vinny.
All right, take care.
I appreciate it.
Right. See, because if he misses his thing, who's going to call me? Tim Vetcher, the news director. Hey, you can't have Disnansky so late. Right.
Come on, Vitrano.
Niz's point is well taken, though. Some of the overnight lows, if you're not getting below 70 degrees and you just don't get a break, that's where the trouble comes in. News about your money this morning. WTMJ Annex Wealth Management Market Update. Dow Jones Industrial Average was up 184 points to 35,411. NASDAQ closed at 14,059. That was up 26 on the day. And the S&P 500 up about 18 to 45.55. For a deeper dive on the markets, listen to the Annex Wealth Management SWAT podcast wherever you find your favorite podcasts.
Hi there, it's Jim Griffin. Whether you're a new or existing customer residing on the northwest or south side of town, we got you covered with Griffin Sizzlin' Service Specials. For just $129.95, get your oil changed, tires inspected and rotated, battery and air filter checked, multi-point inspection done, AC check, and even your wiper blades changed. Don't miss out on this amazing deal. Grab our Sizzlin' Summer Specials for just $129.95, good at all 5 Griffin dealerships.
Oh, you forgot to clean out your backpack since school ended? Oh, rotten.
Let's make our windows.
Well, you make a great point. Tell you what, let's clean out your backpack and then we'll...
from Pella.
Well, we can't do anything about rotten lunches. Pella's lifetime warranty on wood windows and doors makes it so that you'll never have to worry about rotting windows again. Right now at Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, make payments as low as $35 per month per window and $78 per patio door. Visit PellaWI.com.
Artwork, especially original artwork, can be pricey. But when you take it in on consignment from nice people like you who are just ready to change the look of their home, you can price it right. And you'll find a lot of it at Design Exchange. Beautiful frame pieces by a number of notable artists. And new ones pop in all the time. This is Katie with Design Exchange, where discerning buyers with discriminating tastes come to find premium home decor at a value. In Heartland and Pewaukee.
Design Exchange.
Now these tend to fly off the shelves. But don't worry, because our connection supplies us with a lot of them. Vintage ceiling tiles from once great old buildings in New York City that make for ultra-unique artwork. These items are definitely hard to find from anywhere else around here. So come take a look, and you'll probably find a treasure. This is Katie with Design Exchange, where discerning buyers with discriminating tastes come to find premium home decor at a value. In Heartland and Pewaukee.
Design Exchange.
Hey, it's Rose Gray at Fox World Travel. Don't forget the Fox exclusive early booking sale with Apple Vacations is going on now with the nonstop flights to get you there. Don't miss out on the nation's largest all-inclusive sale. Contact Fox World Travel today.
Well, we are seeing some delays for sure. Northbound on 41 from the zoo all the way up to Watertown Plank Road. So give yourself a couple of extra minutes there. Southbound 43 hitting the brakes. 17 minutes to get from Brown Deer Road into downtown. That's an extra 6. So it's really slowing down from before Silver Spring all the way down past Locust. I'm Debbie Lazago with your WTMJ Johnson & Sons Paving Time Saver traffic.
Today, following the passage of that controversial law that will strip the country's Supreme Court of its power to overrule government decisions, ABC's Tom Sufi Burridge is in Jerusalem.
Amid the uncertainty, shares in major Israeli companies falling, unions threatening strikes, and all eyes on thousands of Israeli army reservists who before the vote threatened they would refuse to serve once the bill went through. The White House saying it was, quote, unfortunate that the bill passed with the slimmest majority.
The scorchingly hot temperatures that have been baking in the Southwest are now moving into the Midwest and Plains states. The Department of Justice is suing Texas Governor Greg Abbott over the giant buoys and razor wire placed along a quarter-mile stretch of the Rio Grande. Abbott calls it a states' right issue. The White House says it's cruel and illegal. Box office Barbie made more than we thought. Final numbers are in, showing the Greta Gerwig film took in $162 million over opening weekend, the highest-grossing opening weekend ever for a film directed by a woman. Sherry Preston, ABC News.
Signing Unlimited WTMJ News Time is 7:31, and from the WTMJ Breaking News Center, a 9-year-old boy, the latest known victim of gun violence in the city of Milwaukee, a death on the north side Monday evening. The fire department confirming the boy was shot in the face near 76th and Mill Monday, dying from his injuries on scene. Police say they have a 42-year-old Milwaukee man and a 14-year-old boy in custody. Last week, 3 children under the age of 5 shot and injured within 3 days in the city. We also remained following a situation at Milwaukee's Washington Park, where the Milwaukee Medical Examiner's Office confirms it has been called to the scene of a deadly shooting near Sherman and Lloyd on the park's north end in a play area. WTMJ has reached out to the Milwaukee County Sheriff's Office for more information. We'll provide that as it becomes available. Canadian wildfire smoke returning to southeast Wisconsin this week and making its impact on our air quality once again this morning. An air quality alert in effect for all of southeast Wisconsin until noon today. TMJ4 Chief Meteorologist Brian Niznansky says the air will be impacted well into this morning, but by this afternoon it should be better. However, Niz also warning the heat will be taking its toll on us this week, telling Wisconsin's Morning News Thursday will be the worst day of it this week.
I think we could see some heat index values in the triple digits on Thursday, whereas actual temperature could be as high as 98 out in Waukesha. We'll have some relief, near Lake Michigan, but Thursday's going to be a hot one.
Your complete 5-day forecast coming up at 7:40. NEAA is off and running in Oshkosh this week, and tomorrow, 3 of the first women to fly in U.S. combat missions, Martha McSally, Jeannie Nevich, and Sharon Pressler, will be honored by AirVenture. Director of Communications Dick Napinski says the women will be honored for the road they paved for women in aviation today.
We're going to have a whole bunch of people who are current combat pilots and former Thunderbird pilots who are all women. They're going to be talking about building on the legacy of those 3 and what it means for women in the military today.
The U.S. will first allowed women to start flying in combat missions 30 years ago. Don't forget, later this week on Thursday, Wisconsin's Afternoon News will be broadcasting live from EAA AirVenture. From the WTMJ Breaking News Center, I'm Adam Roberts, citing Unlimited WTMJ News Times 7:34.
Traffic is sponsored by Milwaukee's German Fest, Diese Wochenende, this weekend. Make it
Come
your
celebrate
tradition.
Germanfest, Milwaukee's original house party. This weekend, authentic German food, beer, and steel timber sports competition. For more on Germanfest, visit Germanfest.com.
Coming up, TikTok responds to X, citing Unlimited WTMJ News Time 7:34.
Brookfield GMC has document imaging technology from James Imaging Systems, all bundled under the James Managed Print Services Program. Brookfield GMC Controller Jay Doyle.
They can track where the printer supplies are, the toner supply is getting down or low, and then they'll ship us a new toner.
And there's more. James Imaging Systems Managed Print Services also includes parts and service.
Exactly, yes. We had a fuser go out in one of our printers, and they came out and replaced that right away. So repair and our supplies are maintained.
Managed Print Services from James Imaging Systems. All your document output devices, service, supplies, and parts wrapped up in one low monthly invoice. Now that's a good value.
It's a big value because of all the services.
Managed Print Services from James Imaging Systems. Call 262-781-7700. James Imaging Systems, your local office technology partner.
R&R Insurance does an exceptional job providing employee benefits to all of us here at Good Karma Brands. About this time of year, companies start planning for fall open enrollment. Here's Jeff Selesinski, VP of Insurance Operations at R&R Insurance.
Hi, Vince. Healthcare costs continue to rise, and businesses can act now to help control costs. To optimize your premium dollars, businesses need data and other benchmarking insights to help you gauge how competitive your employee benefits program is in the marketplace. You should not have to be a Fortune 100 company to gain access to your data and other benchmarking reports that can save your business money.
So, Jeff, what's the solution?
At R&R, our in-house analytic experts serve as an extension of your team. We quickly assess if your plan is functioning the way it was designed and whether your self-funded, level-funded, or fully insured plan is best for your business. Our data and analytics will help you make informed decisions. No more looking in the rearview mirror. At R&R Insurance, we know employee benefits.
That's Jeff from R&R Insurance. Thanks for the great info, Jeff.
Siding Unlimited, WTMJ News Time, 7:36.
Brewers manager Craig Counsell, our guest on Brewers 360, coming up at 7:45.
TikTok is now letting users post texts like other social media sites.
In a lot of ways, text is a fundamental part of the internet. So it's no surprise to see social media companies that are not focused on text taking a moment and saying, wow, with everything going on at Twitter, maybe it's worth adding a little bit of extra text to our apps as an alternative.
Let's see, Ian Shurey's with CBS News, a tech contributor there. So text will appear similar to Instagram stories. Visually, anyway. You can add a background color. You can edit how the text appears. You can add music and stickers and whatnot. There is a 1,000 character limit, so you should be good. And
I'm just on my TikTok app right now. I'm not seeing.
I have not seen any yet.
Well, I don't know. The thing is, all these platforms are different, and what you do is, like, anytime I make a TikTok, I use that to populate my Instagram and my Twitter, I post it on Facebook, and so.
But there is an opportunity to pounce right now, given some of the upheaval, if you will, around X.
There's churn in the market.
Yes.
Of course, TikTok is already one of the most popular apps on Earth. So adding this extra feature isn't going to change things dramatically. But it does say something about where TikTok thinks things may be headed. That even though Twitter has been struggling to grow its business for years, text might be the next big thing.
Bum, bum, bum.
That's funny. Text is the next big thing, even though it was the original thing. Siding Unlimited, WTMJ News Time, 7:38. News is sponsored by Annex Wealth Management's Money Talk. It's heard Saturdays at 10, right here on WTMJ.
Is there anything sweeter than the crisp sound of a driver when it connects purely with the ball? Scientists have determined that sound has a psychological effect on golfers, and that many evaluate the quality of their shot by the sound it makes. Right after contact, you know. You may have the same sense about your financial plan. When you review what you own and why you own it, and the date you plan on retiring, something doesn't seem, look, or sound right. Think of Annex Wealth Management as the swing doctors for your financial plan. We'll look at every component of your plan, including the goals you're swinging for, and give you the truly objective analysis that comes from a fee-only fiduciary with no products to push or commissions to chase. It may be you need to only tweak one part of your plan, or you may have to work on a missing component. When it comes to helping you get it right, talk to our pros. Contact Annex Wealth Management today. Set up a time to meet in person or securely online and get a free portfolio review. Get started at AnnexWealth.com.
This is WTMJ's Jeff Wagner here to tell you about Built Right Furniture's July sale and clearance mattress sale. Shop the most unique selection with over 60 models and 500 mattresses in stock. Look, Built Right's one location always saves you money. Let's hear from one of their customers, Benny S. from Milwaukee. He says, "My wife and I were very satisfied with our mattress and box spring purchase, from the salesperson to the hassle-free decision to purchase. Thank you, Benny, for the kind words. And now is the time to shop Built Right with their legitimate sale prices. You will get an exceptional value and a great night's sleep. Built Right specializes in flippable two-sided mattresses and heavy-duty mattresses that hold up to 600 pounds. Plus, they offer free delivery and removal on mattress-only purchases of $5.99 or more. Voted best place to shop and winner of the Home Furnishings Association's 2023 Retailer of the Year Award. They're open Monday through Saturday, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Sunday they're closed to be with family. When you get there, tell them WTMJ's Jeff Wagner sent you to locally and family-owned Built Right, 5430 West Layton Avenue in Greenfield, just off I-894.
Checking in with Debbie Lazaga, who's back with us this week. What do you see on the roads, Deb?
Well, we are seeing an issue on northbound 94 in Racine County, just north of Highway K. We've got the right lane blocked with an accident, so pretty extensive delays with that. We were also seeing delays northbound on 894 from just before Greenfield all the way through the zoo onto 41 northbound. Starts to let up once you get past Watertown Plank Road. Eastbound 94 a little bit heavy out of the zoo interchange all the way through the stadium interchange. The westbound side's a bit tight as well from 27 through the stadium. And then southbound 43, basically from Good Hope Road, pretty much all the way down to about Locust. That's where we are seeing those delays. I'm Debbie Lazaga with your WTMJ Johnson & Sons Paving Time Saver Traffic.
The WTMJ 5-day forecast. This morning, waking up to hazy, smoky conditions again. A slight chance of a shower well north of Milwaukee today. High temperature of 88 degrees for tonight. Increasing clouds with a chance of showers and storms late tonight. A low temperature of 72. Now Wednesday, chance of showers and storms mainly early, becoming partly cloudy, hot and humid, a high of 90. Thursday, mostly sunny, hot and humid, a high of 93 in Milwaukee, inland 98. We could see triple-digit heat index values. On Friday, partly cloudy with a chance of thunderstorms and a high temperature of 90 degrees. Saturday, mostly sunny, back down to 80. I'm Chief Meteorologist Brian Niznansky with the Storm Team forecast on WTMJ.
Already at 72 degrees. Coming up in just a few minutes, we've got Brewers manager Craig Counsell joining us live on Brewers 360. I want to offer you the inside scoop on everything we're doing here at WTMJ. Become a WTMJ insider. Here's what we need. We need your name and we need your email. That's it. So it's barely like you're signing up for anything, and it's completely free. So what you get by being a WTMJ insider, early registration access for any of the contests and giveaways that we do here. You can sign up for free. As I said, it's WTMJ.com, or to make it even easier, just text the word insiders, that's plural, INSIDERS, insiders, to the Old National Bank talk and text line. That's 855-616-1620. Early exclusive access to all things WTMJ, completely free. Become a WTMJ insider today.
It's outdoor living time. Make the most of it this year. Let Outdoor Living Unlimited transform your space into your outdoor living dream. A deck, a patio, pergola, fire pit, maybe even an outdoor kitchen. Outdoor Living Unlimited is a local, family-owned company that consults, designs, and builds these things. We live for summer around here. Make the most of it with help from Outdoor Living Unlimited. See OutdoorLivingUnlimited.com.
Wealth-changing question. Has your advisor created a portfolio based only on your age and risk tolerance? That's simply not good enough. Your money deserves better, and so do you. At Creative Planning, our private wealth managers learn about you first, and then they create a customized plan and portfolio by partnering with our in-house money managers, accountants, and attorneys. Don't settle for a standard portfolio. Book your free meeting today at creativeplanning.com. Creative Planning, a richer way to wealth.
For 60 years, RAID scientists have worked to protect people around the world, including the ones you love most. RAID, protection for all.
Find furniture for life from Ken Michaels Furniture in Brookfield, Greenfield, or downtown Milwaukee.
Time for an update from the Gruber Law Office's One Call, That's All Sports Desk. Here's Brandon Snide.
Sal Frelick hit his first career home run, and Christian Yelich knocked in the game's winning run as the Milwaukee Brewers beat the Cincinnati Reds 3-2 on Monday night at American Family Field. With the win, the Brewers now moving 1.5 games ahead of the Reds in the National League Central Division standings. Milwaukee and Cincinnati right back at it tonight with the first pitch at 7:10. Corbin Burns expected to get the start.
Coming back. Yelich bounces one to right. It's a base hit. Perkins around third. Here he comes. He'll score. And the Brewers win.
Bob Uecker on the call. Brewers 360 sponsored by Outdoor Living Unlimited. Manager of your Milwaukee Brewers is Craig Counsell. He is with us live this morning. Walk-off's good anytime, anywhere, Craig, but against a team that you are battling for the division lead here in the National League Central, and then on top of it, your home crowd, and on top of that, Christian Yelich. All good at the Yard last night.
Fun night for sure. Bob Uecker's call was great, too, just hearing that for the first time. So, yeah, great night.
So Sal Frelick is hot, so I got to make sure we keep him in that right zone, keep him wearing the same socks or whatever he has to do to stay hot. How much time do you spend with when these guys come up, Skip? Like when their family is there, their parents show up. Do you spend any time with mom and dad? Do they like say hi? Do they like talk to you, or is that not even part of your workflow?
No, I have. I mean, if I see him, but I've not seen. I'd love to meet him whenever I can, but I have not met Sal's mom and dad yet. So he's, I'm sure he's had a crazy 3 days, and that's great. That's what you want.
I'm always so curious about that, just because of the way, the younger generations now and the amount of time they spend with, their parents and whatnot. Like, I was always curious if dad is trying to get in front of you, hey, why don't you bump my kid up the lineup or something?
This isn't like U7 baseball.
Right? Well, you never know.
No, it's not like that. Yeah, I mean, obviously moms and dads will still come watch their kids play, and then they should. But I have not had that interaction ever with the parents. Thankfully.
Craig, it's been a memorable season, to say the least, at least from a fan's perspective. You got Joey Wiemer, Bryce Terang, Garrett Mitchell before his injury, Uribe, and now Frelick being called up, and you're seeing all these guys make their major league debuts. What has the additions of these younger talent done to your clubhouse?
Yeah, I mean, it's Sal's kind of done what Bryce and Joey did early in the season. It's fun watching guys make their major league debut because for every player, and I think it's the start of something, and it's also the culmination of a ton of work just to get to that point. So it just energizes everybody, and I think everybody likes to feel it, and we're all taking part in it a little bit. So it's a thrill from that perspective. And so that our young players have been a huge part of the story this year, and just what they've added to the team and how they play the game and how they've just learned and gone through things. It's all things that has made us better.
Talking with Brewers manager Craig Counsell, I know it comes at a tough time of year for you, especially in the role that you're in now, but you're a Wisconsin kid. Your kids are Wisconsin kids. Packers open training camp tomorrow up in Green Bay. What kind of Packers fans are you in your house?
Yeah, I mean, I'd say casual Packer fans at most. Certainly watch when they're on, or watch when the playoff game's on. So that's probably the height of my Packer fandom. But there's been playoff games for decades for Packer fans. So that's always fun to know that's been going on.
So you never had your kids up there offering up bicycles to the players or anything like that?
No, I haven't been to a game in a couple 10, 15 years probably.
I bet we can hook you up. I mean, we can take care of that for you if you need to.
I don't know. That's a nice offer.
Yeah. All right. Well, you take us up on it, but not until like December,
right?
Because we expect to be playing baseball late.
That's perfect.
Brewers manager Craig Counsell. Thanks, Craig. Have a great week.
All right, you got it, guys.
7:49 on Wisconsin's Morning News.
The voice of this call.
Swing a line drive.
and this one.
Here's a throw home. Not in time. And the Brewers win it in 11 innings.
And of course, this one.
Christian Yelich, third deck. Holy smoke.
Chef Levering is on Brewers 360 every Wednesday morning at 7:45 on Wisconsin's Morning News. Presented by Holiday Automotive and Outdoor Living Unlimited.
Vince Vitrano here for Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin, not only the group of doctors that I trusted with my knee surgery, but also the group of docs that I sent my mother-in-law to when she needed to have her hip replaced. I told you, we were just out at the air show this weekend, and she was along with us. Lots of walking, a lot of time on her feet. She had her hip replaced maybe a couple of months ago. She is in great shape. And same guy who did my knee surgery, Dr. Hollab, told her recently, all right, if you want to start dancing again, because that was important for her. What I got to do to be on my feet out there dancing? You're cleared to dance.
Well done.
But I mean, think about that, like how important that is, And so that's why I sent her there. I referred her to Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin for a very important surgery for her. She's got more work to do, and she will be back. I refer you to them as well. I recommend Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin to you. Visit orthowisconsin.com.
What does summer sound like in a new Chevy? Find the best way to the ballpark with the Chevy Equinox navigation system. Load up the kayaks with room to spare in the spacious Chevy Trailblazer with 60/40 split folding rear seats. Haul out the camper and spend a night roasting marshmallows with the Chevy Silverado. Or feel the roar of the crowd and bring the whole crew along in the Chevy Traverse with seating for up to 8. So what are you waiting for? This summer, happiness is a new Chevy. Visit WisconsinDriveChevy.com. Traverse seating up to 8, standard and LS, available on LT with second row bench seat, RS Premier and High Country seat 7.
Give future generations a connection to their past by securing cemetery property today. Now is always the best time to buy cemetery property because purchasing today is your best protection against rising prices and limited inventory. Whether you choose burial or cremation, we have options for every belief at any budget. Speak with us today about available financing and pricing options. We're Arlington Park Cemetery. Find us at DignityMemorial.com.
4141 South 27th Street, Greenfield, Wisconsin, 53221.
Traffic is sponsored by Kowal Investment Group, the retirement specialists. Retire well with Kowal.
When was the last time you had a second opinion on your retirement plan? If you have $750,000 or more, schedule your retirement review with one of our fiduciary advisors at thekowalway.com.
WTMJ, W277CV, and WKTI HD2 Milwaukee from the Annex Wealth Management Studios. This is News Radio WTMJ, a Good Karma brand station.
Checking in with Debbie here at about 8 minutes before 8.
All right, we got an accident northbound 94 in Racine County, just north of Highway K. The right lane is blocked, so yay. We've also got some delays along northbound 894 with another accident just north of Lincoln. This one's off on the right shoulder, but still, we're seeing about a 9-minute ride from the Hale to the Zoo, so that's an extra 4. Southbound 43, Brown Deer Road to the Marquette, you're at about 23 minutes from Brown Deer Road to downtown, it's an extra 12. Those delays start kicking in right about at Good Hope Road, stretch all the way down past Locust. Northbound side, not much better. We're at 14 from downtown to Brown Deer Road, and those delays come out of the Marquette all the way up past Keefe. I'm Debbie Laziga with your WTMJ Johnson & Sons Paving Time Saver Traffic.
The WTMJ 5-day forecast sponsored by Dave Dre Camp Heating, where your comfort is their family's tradition. Air quality alert is in effect and remains until noon today, although Storm Team 4 Chief Meteorologist Brian Isnansky told us earlier that could be extended with more wildfire smoke contributing to the haze. Very warm conditions today, slight chance of showers and a high of 88. Not much cooling tonight, chance of showers and storms, the low down to 72, and for Wednesday, chance of morning showers and storms. Becoming partly cloudy, hot and humid again with a high of 90 degrees. Right now, 72 in Milwaukee. 7:53, Mark Tauscher off today, but a lot of Green Bay Packers news to get through this morning, Eric. The team reports it was nearly 8,000 owners and guests attending the annual shareholders meeting.
Including the guy in full garb. You see that guy? Wearing the full
which guy?
uniform.
Like, that's everybody, right?
Full uniform, pads,
With shoulder pads and everything.
Helmet.
That's a good picture. Number of different places where you can click through galleries of the photos from that experience. And I went last year, my first time as a team owner. Couldn't yesterday, but it's a pretty cool event. And the team did not disappoint. I think they endeavored to have some actual news that comes out of not only the shareholders meeting, but other subsequent events through the day at 1265 Lombardi Avenue. You did hear in the news earlier, the Packers bought the Cheesehead Company.
Many of you are probably familiar with the story of Foam Nation.
Ralph wore the first cheesehead hat to a Brewers game after having the idea for the unique headwear while reupholstering his mother's couch. The cheesehead has since become a universally recognized symbol for Wisconsinites and Packers fans.
That's Packers president and CEO Mark Murphy talking about how they bought the company that makes the cheeseheads now. I think, did he say Foam Nation?
Yeah, Foamation.
It's Foamation.
Yeah.
Whatever. We bought a company. They make the cheese. What?
Put it on your head.
Cheesehead.
So what do we expect then? More with like Packers logos and different things?
I'll let Murphy tell it.
We are excited to announce that the Packers organization has acquired Foam Nation Incorporated, the company responsible for creating the original cheesehead hat, and have our first new products available today for sale. We look forward to carrying on the fun tradition and creating new products for fans to enjoy.
So some of those new products they rolled out, they feature the cheesehead already with the word owner written on it.
Okay.
Number of people have done that with their cheeseheads in the past.
With a Sharpie, perhaps?
Yeah, so you don't have to bedazzle it yourself anymore. They'll just take care of that for you. I mean, you can still buy a plain old cheesehead and decorate it up however you like, as fans are wont to do. Cheesehead branded shirts and other gear also now available. I told you because I went last year, there is some board of directors business that happens at the owners meeting, and it's typically pretty boring. The finance people will get up, various motions and whatnot. But one exciting announcement about a nominee for the board of directors.
I do also, though, want to mention somebody you may have heard of, Leroy Butler. So really excited to have Leroy on board. He's done so much for the community. He's stayed in the area, lives in Milwaukee. Hey, heck, his number's up on the stadium.
Yeah, you bet it is. Inventor of the Lambeau Leap, Packers and NFL Hall of Famer Leroy Butler expected to join the board of directors. Cool move.
You know what Murphy also said yesterday? Better give Jordan Love half a season.
Yeah, now that was interesting. So that was outside of the shareholders meeting, I think, where he does some availability for media in the auditorium there at the stadium and talking about expectations for Jordan Love. He addressed that a little bit with the fans as well. But yeah, we'll have a pretty good idea after about 8 games in what we got with Jordan Love.
Yeah.
I think what he was saying is give the guys some games. We're going to have a look around.
It's normal.
And Brandon said in his extra points this morning, half a season, like going to be a year or two here.
At least.
Give this guy a little bit of time. New LED boards were featured at the NFL's. Here's how the Packers wrote it up. The new LED boards, which feature the NFL's first 6mm pixel spacing, provide a clearer and more concise game day experience.
God knows how you feel about that.
Anyway, they're really big.
Vitrano can't stand that kind of stuff, by the way.
No, that's not true. What do you mean?
You always get upset when they have the lights flashing. And
the lights flash. No, the video boards you got to have. The lights flashing and the other, effects that they bring in, I think a lot of that is silliness. But these are the 2 giant video boards that we helped buy with the most recent stock sale. Also added 60 new LED screens around the stadium concourses.
I don't like that.
Well, just leave the lights on already. Fireworks are okay.
There you go.
Packers also sharing video from the team's new facilities, new coaching offices, football meeting rooms, draft room, underground parking. I know Green Bay is not the sexiest place for some of these young players to play ball or to live, but no Packer wants for anything in terms of the football operation. They have the best of everything and now even better. And then finally, Murphy did address Aaron Rodgers.
One of the greatest players in the history of the Packers. I want to thank him for all he did during his remarkable 18-year career.
Some polite applause, I guess.
No smattering of boos or anything like that.
Murphy adding, quote, "We will bring him back and retire his number at the appropriate time."
As expected.
Done with the opportunity to perhaps beat the Packers in any way.
In the Super Bowl, don't say that.
First training camp practice of 2023 tomorrow, open to the public at 10:30 a.m. Business headlines up next. Here's the Milwaukee Business Journal's Sari Lesk.
Dunkin' pitches another Southeast Wisconsin shop. A new store would take shape on a vacant lot in Franklin and would also include a Baskin-Robbins. Women and working moms are the intended beneficiaries of a $100,000 commitment from Professional Dimensions to the Sherman Phoenix Foundation. The funding would be issued over 2 years to support the creation of new services. And cheesehead maker Foamation is now owned by the Green Bay Packers. The team announced the acquisition ahead of Monday's annual shareholders meeting at Lambeau Field. I'm Sari Lesk with Milwaukee BusinessJournal.com on News Radio WTMJ.
This report sponsored by Pella of Wisconsin. Discover Pella now, pay later at PellaWI.com.
Ugh, your lunch is still in here from the last day of school? Ugh, everything is rotted.
Let's make our windows.
Ugh, did you learn that from Mom?
Yeah.
Well, you make a great point. Tell you what, let's clean out your backpack and then we'll...
Kajinatawa from Pella.
Precisely.
Well, we can't stop the discovery of those rotting surprises you often find at the bottom of your kid's school backpack. Pella's limited lifetime warranty on wood windows and doors makes it so that you'll never have to worry about rotting windows again. Right now at Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, make payments as low as $35 per window and $78 per patio door. Experience Pella's nearly endless possibilities for maximum design flexibility, featuring dramatic sizes, custom colors, finishes, and more. With Pella's limited lifetime warranty and payments as low as $35 per month per window, $78 per door, there's no reason to wait. Visit PellaWI.com today.
Hey, if you love authentic Mexican food, this is for you. WTMJ's John Mercure here. I love the Mind Chef restaurant in Hartford because it's locally family-owned and it's super affordable. This is new, and it's amazing. Check this out. Today and every Tuesday, the Mind Chef presents their all-you-can-eat authentic Mexican buffet for under $10. Seriously, all you can eat, just $9.99. It's the best Tuesday dining value anywhere. Your kids and grandkids, they can safely play in that $2 million game room, quietly tucked away from the dining area while you finish up your meal. Maybe have an extra margarita. So don't turn on the stove today. The Mind Chef's all-you-can-eat Mexican buffet is under $10. Kids under 3 eat for free. I love that. Come early from 2 till 5, Monday through Thursday. Beers, cocktails, and appetizers are half price. The Mine Shaft in beautiful downtown Hartford and in Oshkosh, just off the interstate. Both great locations. Try the all-you-can-eat Tuesday Mexican buffet today from 11 a.m. for under $10. Check out the Mine Shaft.
Alleviate your pain, rejuvenate your life.
Rejuvenex.com. The place to get caught up, to speak out, to connect and be entertained. We are Wisconsin's radio station. News Radio 620 WTMJ, Milwaukee.
8:01, I'm Vince Vitrano. This is Wisconsin's Morning News. Tuesday, July 25th, our top story. Another life taken in Milwaukee. A 9-year-old child shot in the city.
I'm Eric Bilstead. Mass protests in Israel.
I'm Debbie Lazaga. An accident 894 northbound, still causing some problems. It's just north of Lincoln, off on the right shoulder. It's about 10 minutes to get from the Hale to the zoo, a 5-minute delay. The other accident is on 94 northbound in Racine County, just north of Highway K, with the right lane blocked. I'm Debbie Lazaga with your WTMJ Johnson & Sons Paving Time Saver Traffic.
Storm team forecast for today, air quality alert in effect until noon. Hazy sunshine, very warm, slight chance of showers, and a high of 88 degrees. Our low temperature only down to 72 tonight with a chance of showers and storms. Right now in Milwaukee, we're at 76, and from the WTMJ Breaking News Center, a 9-year-old boy dead this morning. Shooting on Milwaukee's north side. Milwaukee Fire Department confirmed the boy was shot near 76th and Mill Road Monday and died from his injuries on scene. The police also arrested a 42-year-old man and 14-year-old boy. Last week, 3 children under the age of 5 were shot and injured within just a few days.
We're also following a deadly shooting this morning at Milwaukee's Washington Park. WTMJ's Adam Roberts live in the Breaking News Center.
Yeah, Eric, the Milwaukee Medical Examiner's Office confirming it has been called to the scene of a shooting near Sherman and Lloyd, which is on Washington Park's north end. A large police presence still there this morning working in a play area of the park. We have reached out to the Milwaukee County Sheriff's Office for more information as they have jurisdiction over the park. Live from the WTMJ Breaking News Center, I'm Adam Roberts.
As mentioned, the wildfire smoke returning here to southeast Wisconsin this week, definitely impacting our air quality once again, at least through the morning. Air quality alert in effect for all of southeast Wisconsin until noon today. TMJ4 Chief Meteorologist Brian Isnansky also warning the heat will impact the region through the week, Thursday being the hottest.
I think we could see some heat index values in the triple digits on Thursday, whereas actual temperature could be as high as 98 out in Waukesha. We'll have some relief, near Lake Michigan, but Thursday's going to be a hot one.
Your complete 5-day forecast coming up at 7:40.
Mass demonstrations continue in Israel following the passage of one of Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu's controversial judicial reform laws, bringing the country closer to the brink of what many fear could be a crisis. ABC's Tom Sufi-Burridge is in Jerusalem.
Deeply divided nation amid a continuing sense of crisis here after lawmakers passed the government's controversial law stripping the Supreme Court of its ability to strike down government decisions deemed by judges to be unreasonable. Protests continuing late into the night, police dispersing crowds with water cannon. Protesters telling us Israel is, quote, moving towards dictatorship.
Thousands of Israeli doctors walking out of work. Several newspapers have covered their front pages in black ink in protest.
Coming up, when bad press is good press, at least for one musician. Siding Unlimited, WTMJ News Time, 8:05.
Accident Mortgage is an equal housing lender. NMLSConsumerAccess.org, number 255368. This is Chief Home Buying Strategist Brian Wickert. A lot of home shoppers just go with their bank when it comes to getting their pre-approval and financing their new home. That's exactly what Jordan and Michelle did, and it wasn't until after they wrote their 5th losing offer that they took their agent's advice and called Accunet for a rock-solid guaranteed pre-approval and offer strategy consultation. Every time you write an offer and lose, it's an emotional punch to the gut because you've already imagined having Thanksgiving dinner at that house. We're helping home shoppers and their agents write stronger, more convincing offers every day with powerful tools and strategies that really work. If you don't mind writing 5 losing offers, go ahead and get a flimsy generic pre-approval from your bank or credit union. But if you want the best shot at writing an offer that gets accepted, get a rock-solid guaranteed pre-approval from Accunet, and I'll personally join in on your offer strategy consultation like I did for Jordan and Michelle, whose very next offer was a winner. All you got to do to get started is click on the blue button today at ACCUNET.com.
Welcome back to Ask Hasselus. I'm Weston. What's your question?
If Hasselus Mattress is employee-free, then who are you?
I'm the all-knowing voice that oversees the inner workings of the Hasselus empire.
Really?
Nah, I'm just the manager.
But your stores don't have employees.
Right. Try and buy with no pushy sales guy.
So you manage showrooms with nobody to manage.
That's why I've been named Manager of the Month for 97 consecutive months.
Congratulations.
No employees means lower prices. Our 34 beds from the top 5 brands start at $393. Free next day delivery too.
Nice.
Hey, I've got an idea. I'll give away free box springs with the purchase of a new Beautyrest, Serta Perfect Sleeper, or Sealy Posturepedic mattress now through Monday.
You can do that?
Sure.
Won't the boss get mad?
What boss?
Oh, right.
Get a free box spring with your new Sealy Posturepedic, Serta Perfect Sleeper, or Beautyrest mattress now through Monday at Hasselus. Find an employee-free showroom near you or shop online at Hasselus.com.
Earn points every time you shop with Fleet Rewards. 500 points gets you a $5 reward. It's free and easy to sign up, in-store or online. Sign up today and start saving with Fleet Rewards at Fleet Farm.
Siding Unlimited, WTMJ News, I'm 807.
Green Bay Packers hosted their annual shareholders meeting Monday. Stephen Tate, longtime shareholder, longtime owner, tells TMJ4 News why he was so excited to be there.
I've been a shareholder since '97, and so, here with the family at home, taking care of business. A little owners meeting to get the season going, and go Pack go!
That's a dedicated owner right there. I met Steve last year at the shareholders meeting.
Okay.
You can't miss him. He's all duded up. He's got all sorts of stuff.
All the outfits on.
Close to 8,000 team owners and their guests attended the event in person at Lambeau Field.
High school students enrolled in free lunch might also qualify for free driver's ed classes soon. In Milwaukee, State Representative Bob Donovan leading that effort tells TMJ4 News the service would have a lot of upsides.
Well, I think it's common sense. It engages the private sector, and I think it's going to help a lot of kids be trained appropriately in driving.
Donovan wants to fund those classes by redirecting grants from the Wisconsin Insurance Alliance.
Little controversy, very good for sales for Jason Aldean's latest song. It rockets up the charts even though it's been out for some time.
Jason Aldean's Try That in a Small Town.
Around here we take care of our own.
Debuts at number 2 on the Billboard Hot 100 singles chart. The week after got a lot of people talking about the meaning of the song and its video, with claims that it was anti-Black Lives Matter and racist, claims Aldean said couldn't be further from the truth. Whatever the case, it had the biggest digital sales week for a country song in 10 years. Since Florida Georgia Line's Cruise. Aldean hasn't had a song in the top 10 since Dirt Road Anthem in 2011. Jason Nathanson, ABC News, Hollywood.
Am I the only one that saw this a mile away?
And you did. As soon as it happened, you're like, this is going to be great for him.
Oh my gosh, yeah. This is going to be the best thing that ever happened to that song and to Aldean, and here we are.
809, Wisconsin's Morning News.
Is your business looking for localized banking solutions? Fifth Third Bank has been looking forward to the future and helping businesses shape what's next for 165 years. And for the last 14 here in Milwaukee, they offer industry-specific expertise, local decision-making capabilities, and extensive experience to help your business succeed. Fifth Third is big enough to provide sophisticated solutions and expert guidance, but also empowered to make local decisions and work from a foundation of strong community connections. Commercial banking value only Fifth Third can deliver. Fifth Third Bank, National Association, custom solutions built around your goals. Member FDIC.
Come celebrate Milwaukee's original house party along our beautiful lakefront. Germanfest, July 28th, 29th, and 30th, featuring authentic German food, beer, and back this year, Steel Timber Sports in an international extreme sports competition with axes, saws, and more, all 3 days. Don't miss the Glockenspiel, Dachshund Derby, Culture Village, Mardi Gras Show, Drachenschau, and the Schürzenjäger Friday and Saturday night, and so much more. For more on Germanfest tickets and admission discounts, visit GermanFest.com.
Siding Unlimited named the best window installers, not just here, but in the whole USA. Get the best. Siding Unlimited, 3-time winner as America's best window installer. For windows, you call Siding Unlimited first and directly. SidingUnlimited.com.
Traffic is sponsored by St. Vincent de Paul Thrift Stores.
St. Vincent de Paul Thrift Stores, Highway 100 in Layton Avenue, 23rd in Lincoln. Great stores, great cause, and unbelievable bargains. You're going to love it. St. Vincent de Paul Thrift Stores.
10 after 8, let's check on the roads here with Debbie Lozica.
All right, thank you, Vince. We've got earlier accident northbound 94 in Racine County, just north of Highway K. That has actually gotten cleared up, so that's good news. We got 894 northbound, just north of Lincoln on the right shoulder, an accident there. Otherwise, we've got some slow speed. Southbound 43 slowing down from Bender Road all the way down to about Locust. The northbound side pretty heavy right out of the Marquette. And something to remember, that Kilbourne off-ramp from northbound 43 is closed right now. They're doing some work in there. So just be prepared for the delays basically out of the Marquette all the way up to about Capitol Drive. I'm Debbie Lozica with your WTMJ Johnson & Sons Paving Time Saver Traffic.
Hazy sunshine, air quality problematic this morning. That air quality alert that goes until noon, Storm Team 4 meteorologist Brian Wisnansky told us that could be extended through the day as that wildfire smoke creeps back in. Slight chance of showers today and a high of 88 degrees. Increasing clouds tonight with a chance of showers and storms late and a low down to 72. Hot tomorrow, high of 90 degrees. Right now, 76 in Milwaukee.
Live from the Annex Wealth Management Studios, this is Wisconsin's Morning News. Here's your host, Vince Vitrano.
Coming up at 12 minutes after 8 on Wisconsin's Morning News. I misread this story initially. I thought Dish Brain, which you're about to talk about, you're not going to do the sweaty robot again, too, are you?
Well, one leads to the other.
It doesn't have to. I thought Dish Brain was like the... Eric's got 2 AI-related stories here.
Sweaty robot sounds like a dance move.
They're cutting a rug out there. This guy's doing the sweaty robot. Take a look at him. What would the soundtrack be for that?
Oh, boy.
I don't know. No, so this first AI-related, artificial intelligence-related story, I was taking to mean like we're a step closer to the chip in the brain that makes us good at stuff.
Well, we kind of are.
That's what I'm interested in.
That aspect
I don't
of
need
it.
to operate the TV by just thinking about it, you know, like switching through the remote by blinking my eyes or something like that. I'm not interested in all that. I can pick up the little remote and go tick, click, click.
So instead you're interested in what?
I want the golf chip. I want the tennis chip.
So
I want the whatever, whatever upgrades you can get for the chip that goes into your brain that makes you better at stuff than you are right now.
Well, let's walk through it.
Why are you laughing at me? If my intelligence is artificial, then why am I smarter than you?
Okay. So Monash University scientists created the Dish Brain. That's what it's called.
These are science kids. They're not public relations kids or
Compound
marketing
word there.
students.
Dish Brain.
Kick that up to marketing for a better name.
And why would it be called Dish Brain? Well, think about it for a half a second, and you're absolutely right. It's basically they're growing a brain in a dish. It's a semi-biological computer chip with some 800,000 human and mouse brain cells that are lab-grown into its electrodes.
So it's both biological and mechanical.
Yes. So they created this Dish Brain, and it learned to play Pong in 5 minutes.
Okay, well, didn't we all?
Well,
bang, bang, bang.
Yeah,
That's not that hard.
Yeah. Okay, dish brain.
If you said it learned Spanish in 5 minutes, I'd be like, okay, that's something.
So, but it wouldn't take us 5 minutes, right? So that would take us a little bit longer, too. So that's how dish brain is acting more like an actual biological brain. So they set up a very basic reward system using the fact that small clusters of brain cells tend to try to minimize unpredictability, yada, yada, all this different stuff. It was the first time that lab-grown brain cells had been used this way, being given not only a way to sense the world, but to act on it, and the results were very impressive. So it's reacting, it's learning, it's adapting. Dish brain.
A brain someone manufactured.
Yeah. So the project lead on this says the outcomes of such research would have significant implications across multiple fields, such as, but not limited to, planning, robotics, advanced automation, brain-machine interfaces, and other. So that brain-machine interfaces that's where you get a little excited, thinking that maybe you could interface with the machine.
No. I don't want to think about the coffee maker and then it can make the coffee without me touching buttons.
Right.
I want the opposite. I want the tech to make my human body better at stuff. That's what I want.
So, meaning you're a better golfer.
Right. Just click
you can
into
read
golf
quicker.
Right. Click into golf mode, and now you have a perfect swing.
Kind of like the Matrix.
Yeah. Click into tennis mode now. Forehand, backhand, all good. Overhead. Boop, boop.
But only for a limited time. Do you then turn it off, or you just leave it on all the time?
What if you're stuck in tennis mode all day?
Or what
I'm just sitting here in the studio whacking. I can't turn it off.
Or what if you're playing and at the site where you're playing the Wi-Fi is no good and it's not working correctly?
It's glitching out.
You're not hitting anything. God, what's wrong with me?
I got a weak Wi-Fi.
You know what would happen if that was actually, that's not what Dish Brain is, but if Dish Brain were that, you know what that would mean? That all the super rich kids would be really good at all the youth sports. Just burning through everything. The rest of us couldn't be able to do anything, but they'd all be just killing it.
You'd have to have two divisions, enhanced and unenhanced, and natural.
Yeah, so they're going to use this grant anyway to develop better AI machines that replicate the learning capacity of these biological neural networks. But at this point, no, they're not going to make you better at tennis or golf. It's just learning how to use this dish brain in order to adapt and learn and grow and develop.
Okay, why is the robot sweating? This is not connected to Dish Brain. This is a separate. Eric, I come in this morning. Eric's like, have a look at this. It looks like a mannequin that doesn't have a shirt on, in the store.
That's exactly what it is.
And it's got beads of sweat running down its back.
Yeah, because it's sweating. The sweaty robot. All right, so scientists for the first time
Speaking of needing marketing help. Let me get one of them sweaty robots. How much for one of them?
Yeah, what's wrong with that? So the reason behind the sweaty robot actually makes a lot of sense. So with heat being an issue, obviously we're seeing it now, right? A lot of crazy heat. Phoenix has had, almost 30 days of 110 degrees or higher or something crazy like that.
Dry heat.
So now they're considering something different. They're trying to figure out, okay, how can we help learn, adapt, live with crazy heat? So they've created this thermal mannequin. It's called Andy. Sorry, I get choked up when I think about the thermal mannequin. Tech company Thermetrics came up with this to test effectiveness and wearability of sportswear. So they have this Andy, which is able to mimic the thermal functioning of the human body and can be adjusted to account for different ages, levels of fitness, or health conditions as they put it in relation to heat. So among the things that Andy can do is sweat.
Okay. So Nike wants its new dry fit golf shirt or whatever.
Yes.
And instead of taking human volunteers, hey, Vinny and Eric, put this shirt on, and we're gonna lock you in the sauna, see what happens.
And that's part of the reason. Well, let's try to see how far we can push it. Let's use Andy instead of using humans.
Andy's uniquely qualified for that, the sweaty robot.
I don't know if BO is included in the sweady robot. I don't even know what that would smell
actually
like.
they have fabric technology that can help.
What does hot wet plastic smell like?
I don't know.
Oh, who's got the BO? It's Andy.
Oh, Andy again. Move Andy out in the hall. 8:18 on Wisconsin's Morning News.
If my intelligence is artificial, then why am I sweatier than you?
Did you hear that? It can only mean one thing. The Wisconsin State Fair is back. As you're enjoying the fair, be sure to stop by the Bank 59 studio on the heart of the State Fairgrounds to see all of your favorite hosts broadcasting live. It's WTMJ Live at the Wisconsin State Fair. All fair long. See you there.
Eric Bilstead here for Tri-County Contracting and their worry-free roof tune-up. I heard Vince talking about this idea of, hey, your roof is good. It's not at the end of its lifetime yet, but, there might be a couple of things that need to be looked at or tweaked. Well, that's when I heard about the worry-free roof tune-up from Tri-County Contracting. Not everybody needs a new roof, but they're going to maybe need a couple of things fixed, and that's what happened. Chuck and Tony came over, jumped on the roof, and looked and found a couple of issues, including one that could have been major had we not done anything about it.
I saw those jacked up shingles he took off your roof.
Turns out the painter from a couple of years ago threw the ladder up there and put holes in my shingles, and water is leaking in there, and that was a major issue had we not done anything about it.
I heard you sent Chuck and Tony over to his house, set him straight.
Yeah, they also
you're just out at the Bilstead home? I don't know what you cats are doing over here.
They also break
Chuck
legs
and Tony do not offer that service.
No, not even close. They're phenomenal, great to work with, and the best part is for the worry-free roof tune-up, if they show up at your house and see that you have a bigger issue, they're going to tell you that. They're not just going to do the tune-up and then say, hey, by the way, you do need a new roof. This is how they work. Right. They've been at this a long time. Great family-owned company, been along and doing this for a long time. Tri-County Contracting. The website is TriCountyContractingWI.com. TriCountyContractingWI.com.
The James Imaging Systems people, they're one reason why so many businesses choose to do business with James, like Brookfield GMC, controller Jay Doyle.
They're compatriots to the point where when I call, they act like they're your best friend.
Document imaging technology, managed print services, content management solutions, all supported by the James Imaging Systems people. People who are dedicated to helping your business do business better.
They do a great job. They're like it's one of your workers. They want to help.
Not tomorrow, not next week. Help when you need it. That's James Imaging Systems.
Yeah, they do a great job. They're there immediately, and it's a great feeling because I know they care.
James Imaging Systems.
I do love working with James Imaging. It's perfect.
Put the good people at James Imaging Systems to work for your business. Call 262-781-7700 or visit jamesimaging.com. James Imaging Systems, your local office technology partner.
It's Samantha with Heiser. Amp up your summer fun and adventures with the all-new 2024 Toyota Highlander Grand, which is available now. Or choose from one of our other amazing vehicles that are on lot and ready to go. Plus, receive the exclusive Safe and Sound program on any vehicle you choose. This includes the Vehicle Exchange program. Don't love it? Exchange it. Stop in or visit HeiserToyota.com. At Heiser, today's your day.
See dealer for complete details. Text out a license, $3.99 service fees, and security deposit extra at 7/31/23.
Your first day? Going well. The carnival? Cash only. But you've got this. Just like Associated Bank's got you, with access to over 30,000 surcharge-free ATMs. So when you decide to win that giant stuffed purple raccoon at $5 a throw, we're looking out for you. No matter how many throws it takes. You've got this. With 30,000 surcharge-free ATMs from Associated Bank. See AssociatedBank.com/checking or ask a banker for details. Member FDIC.
Traffic is sponsored by TaybackAttorneys.com. Veterans benefits denied? Call Tayback for the payback. Tayback Law fights for those who fought for us. If you're a vet and have been wrongfully denied the VA benefits you're entitled to, call Tayback for the payback. TaybackAttorneys.com.
Update on the roads here at 8:22. What do you see, Debbie?
Well, we got a new accident on 43 southbound just south of Bender Road off on the right shoulder. Brown Deer Road to downtown. Going to be about a 19-minute ride. There we go. We've also got this other accident northbound 894 just north of Lincoln. That one is off on the right shoulder as well. We're seeing delays from just before Beloit Road to that point. Northbound 41 slowing from the Zoo Interchange all the way up past Swan Boulevard with your usual delays there. Southbound is going to be slow from Capitol down to Mayfair Road. And that other accident in Racine County has been cleared up. I'm Debbie Lazago with your WTMJ Johnson & Sons Paving Time Saver Traffic.
8:23 on Wisconsin's Morning News. Black Crowes do a great version of this song.
Is that right?
Well, they are coming to town. You know, it's like one of my favorite bands.
I know.
It's like one of the only bands I go to see live regularly. They're coming on a day where we can't go. Like, I'm pretty sure I can't go. It's Badger game day. My daughter at least has thoughts, designs of maybe I could be a Badger cheerleader. She's deep into cheer, as you know.
Yeah.
So we haven't taken her a football to a Badger game yet. So there's like one day on the whole schedule that works. It's that day.
Why can't you do both?
I don't know when it's going to be. It's against it's the Ohio State University at Camp Randall, so that could be a night game.
Likely not an 11A game. Is
Yeah,
what you're
probably
saying?
not. I mean, unless we're horrible, they're never horrible. So the Badgers struggle out of the gates here with the new head coach and things like that. Then maybe that could be an afternooner. Then you zip back into town and catch the Crows at Miller High Life Theater, which would be a great venue for that.
Or maybe just take her next year to a football game.
See, now that's been suggested because there was also some golf scheduled that day, but no. Got to do it. No, got to do it. So what was it that you showed me this morning outside of Dish Brain and Sweaty Robot that I said, like, we're in the future now?
I don't remember.
Oh, it was the Barbie thing, the giant Barbie screen.
Oh, yeah.
Where it was like
3D. So 3D ads are huge now in different cities, and there's a little bit in
Was
like
that
New
like
York. You'll
Dubai?
see it, but yeah, a lot of it's overseas. Tokyo, Dubai have these remarkable 3D looking video billboards.
Eric had this picture, like it was a video of like a skyscraper size video screen where Barbie takes a step out, like into the crowd.
Yeah, so you see Margot Robbie as Barbie, and you'd all recognize it. She's in like the actual box, the Barbie box, and she steps out of it, and it's like, skyscraper height, and it's unbelievable.
It reminded me of the scene in Back to the Future 2 where it was like Jaws 23 or whatever it is, and the shark comes like out of the screen and like almost eats Marty.
See, I think that you have to be looking at it from like the perfect angles, though. So I don't think, you know what I mean? Like, so the angle we see that video on, it's like, wow, that's perfect. But I'm sure if you see it in person, it may not be as amazing.
Another place where the future is on display. I told you EAA Air Venture going in Oshkosh right now, opened yesterday, runs through the weekend. 2 air shows a day up in Oshkosh, and then they have all the other thing is if you don't go just for the air show, if you go up to EAA and take it in, they have what they call the quote-unquote static displays. So all these things, and somebody just texted in on the Old National Bank talk and text line. If you're interested in the future of urban air mobility, they've got a whole display on, like quote-unquote flying cars or not so much cars, but smaller vehicles that one day maybe we will all fly in.
That are more drone-like?
Yeah, he sent me a picture of something they called the Whisk Arrow. It says it hopes to have operating sometime in U.S. cities by 2030. They hope to operate like an Uber of the local skies in congested urban areas. Independent startup company now totally owned by Boeing and lots of financial backing. That's the thing. There are a lot of great ideas out there, but if you can get one of these big companies behind it, comes a little bit closer to reality than the flying car.
We've seen like choppers in New York City and other big cities for years, right? That's always been a thing.
But something that, well, obviously that's totally inaccessible for the vast majority of us.
Course,
so there's something on a mass scale where we can get zipped around.
So is this Uber then? Like you actually have an app and you just press it and then it'll fly you to and fro?
How long? How long till that? 2030?
And why not?
Uber of the skies?
Actually, rural areas would be nice for that too. I'd almost rather have it out in the boonies so I can get up north quicker.
Zip on here, zip on there. I suppose, right? It's just a matter of, for me, it's avoiding the traffic or what have you.
I got you.
But it has to be accessible for it to take off on a mass scale. Right, if you're Richie Rich, you already got the helicopter.
Right.
So you're all good. Like, what's the difference?
So at one point, are we stuck in traffic in the sky? I gotta wait for
Put her in hover mode again. We're going nowhere.
Come on.
8:28 on Wisconsin's Morning News.
Don't give in to that constant joint pain. Take control. Take back your quality of life today with help from QC Kinetics. Hey, it's Greg Matzik. QC Kinetics is helping people every day here in Milwaukee and across the country with their amazing non-surgical treatments that repair and restore damaged joint tissue. They use the latest advances in regenerative medicine, taking your own body's healing agents and concentrating them right in the area where you have the agonizing pain. It's incredible and a non-invasive approach that will help you take back control of your body, relieving the pain in knees, hips, shoulder, or back. No invasive surgery, no harmful drugs or steroids, and no downtime. Hey, summertime should be about having fun, making memories. Take control now and start living pain-free again. Call now for a free consultation with QC Kinetics, the nation's leader in regenerative medicine. 414-285-3474. That's 414-285-3474. QC Kinetics, 414-285-3474.
Hi, folks. This is Hank Albert, owner of BBC Lighting. Now that we're into the festival season, the festivals at BBC Lighting are bigger than ever. Our huge showroom is filled with all the latest lights and ceiling fans, including the newest LED styles, crystal chandeliers, table and floor lamps, mirrors, and outdoor lights. And don't forget about our lampshade and repair departments. BBC is a festival of lighting, and our prices are the lowest. I guarantee it. There's something for everyone at BBC, including fun for the kids and our famous free popcorn. BBC is open Monday through Friday from 9 to 5 and on Saturday from 10 to 4. We're located at 20th and St. Paul Avenue, across from Sobelman's and Bachman Furniture, all near the Potawatomi Casino. Stay safe and healthy, my friends.
This is Protection, the everyday skin protection ritual that protects your skin from mosquitoes. Off, the #1 dermatologist recommended repellent brand, SC Johnson.
Wisconsin's own Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
8:30, I'm Adam Roberts. This is Wisconsin's Morning News for Tuesday, July 25th. Your top story, gun violence taking the life of a 9-year-old in Milwaukee.
I'm Debbie Lazico. We do have this accident southbound on 43 just south of Bender Road on the right. Otherwise, the other accident, 894 northbound just north of Lincoln, that's been cleared out of the way. Just your general delays around the rest of the area. Remember, if you see something we should know about, call the WTMJ Hall Mazda traffic tip line at 414-238-9329. Rediscover the road at Hall Mazda during Mazda's season of discovery. I'm Debbie Lazico with your WTMJ Johnson & Sons paving time saver traffic.
Warm, sunny, and very smoky over southeast Wisconsin today. A high around 88 degrees and an air quality alert remaining in effect for southeast Wisconsin until noon today. Your complete 5-day forecast coming up in about 10 minutes. Right now, it's currently smoky and 78 degrees in Milwaukee. And from the WTMJ Breaking News Center, a 9-year-old boy dead this morning after a shooting on Milwaukee's North Side Monday. The fire department confirming the boy was shot in the face near 76th and Mill, dying from his injuries on scene. Milwaukee police say a 42-year-old Milwaukee man and a 14-year-old boy taken into custody. Last week, 3 children under the age of 5 shot and injured within 3 days in the city. We're also continuing to follow the deadly shooting at Milwaukee's Washington Park earlier this morning. Details still limited in the situation near Sherman and Lloyd on the north end of the park in a play area. We have once again reached out to the Milwaukee County Sheriff's Office for more information. Shareholders of the Green Bay Packers filling Lambeau Field Monday for their annual meeting. CEO Mark Murphy discussing renovations to the stadium, as well as his predictions ahead of the 2023 season, saying he's cautiously optimistic for new quarterback Jordan Love.
There's probably be some ups and downs with Jordan, and we've got young receivers, but we've got a lot of talent there, and I think they'll all get better and grow together.
Packers opening their season against the Bears at Soldier Field on September 10th. State Representative Bob Donovan pushing for free driver's ed for disadvantaged students. Donovan telling TMJ4 News there will be a process involved for interested applicants.
The student would be required to submit a grant application. I'm hopeful that we run out of that money and all of the kids that are eligible can get access to this.
Donovan says he hopes the state can start processing grant applications by the end of the year. 3 of the first women to fly in U.S. combat missions, Martha McSally, Jeannie Levitch, and Sharon Pressler, will be hosted by EAA at AirVenture tomorrow. Event Director of Communications Dick Napinski says the 3 women will be honored for the road they paved for women in aviation today.
We're going to have a whole bunch of people who are current combat pilots and former Thunderbird pilots who are all women. They're going to be talking about building on the legacy of those 3 and what it means for women in the military today.
The U.S. first allowed women to start flying in combat missions 30 years ago. And a quick correction from earlier, I mentioned Wisconsin's Afternoon News will be broadcasting live from EAA this week. They will be broadcasting on Friday this week from Air Venture. Wisconsin's Afternoon News live on Friday from EAA. Time for news about your money in the WTMJ Annex Wealth Management Market Update. At the opening bell today, the Dow Jones Industrial Average already down 25 points to 35,379. The S&P 500 is up just a point to 4,556, and the NASDAQ up 58 points on the opening bell to 14,116. Get on track with investment and retirement planning. Visit annexwealth.com. Click the Get Started button today. From the WTMJ Breaking News Center, I'm Adam Roberts, citing Unlimited WTMJ News Times 834.
Coming up, X may not mark the spot. Citing Unlimited WTMJ News Time 834.
Traffic is sponsored by Hall Mazda Milwaukee. Visit hallmazdamilwaukee.com.
Help your fellow commuters. Report accidents and slowdowns to the Hall Mazda traffic tip line at 414-238-9329. Visit Hall Mazda during Mazda's season of discovery.
I know you have a great dog, right? But you know there's room for improvement. At Sit Means Sit Dog Training, we can help. Our attention-based training system uses modern technology to help you better communicate with your dog, even in high distraction. When you schedule a free consultation with us, you will have the opportunity to see our training in action and meet for yourself our happy dogs off leash and under control. Contact Sit Means Sit today at 262-361-3641 or find us on the web at sitmeansitwaukesha.com to schedule your free consultation so you can have a happy, confident, and obedient dog.
Hey everyone, I'm Jim Pop, President and CEO of Johnson Financial Group. At JFG, we make it a point to invest in and support the communities we serve. And our flagship location at the top of Cathedral Place is a perfect example of that commitment. Our associates absolutely love the energy, the activities, and the connections they're able to make by being downtown. It's a great time to be in the city of Milwaukee, and I encourage all of you to experience it for yourself. Check it out at MilwaukeeDowntown.com.
Now's when the summer heat is working your AC system into overtime. And after this long, it may be on borrowed time. But some of these systems really can't last, especially Armstrong Air Pro Series systems. When your AC system says its final goodbye, think of the man in the red van and the over 60 years of experience that Quality Heating brings to your home. To get your new Armstrong Air Pro Series AC system installed right and right away.
You gotta see the man in the red van. Quality Heating, Quality Heating.
This is Anthony Zanevsky with Quality Heating. When you have over 20 HVAC techs working with you that each have over 20 years of experience, it gives you confidence to be able to go out there and talk reliability, integrity, value, all the things that matter when you hire someone to get the job done right the first time. These words mean everything to us, and we know they mean a lot to you. And that's what you'll get when you hire the man in the red van.
You gotta see the man in the red van. Quality Heating, Quality Heating.
I've got to leave before I start to scream. Or someone at the door and took the key. You're feeling alright.
8:37 on Wisconsin's Morning News. I forgot to pull the Indiana Jones bite for this.
The X marks the spot? Or X never marks the spot?
Marks the spot.
All right, got to get to it.
Well, I did say people were going to die.
Yes, Muskwatch, or now X-Watch. I'm not sure we'll have to come up with a new name for this. So Twitter is now X. In response to questions about what tweets will be called in the rebranding, Musk says they will be called X's.
No one's going to call them that.
So I X'd this thing the other day.
Nope.
Did you see what that guy X'd?
What guy X'd? Let me X you a question.
Jennifer Aniston X'd this yesterday on her podcast page. I don't know. I'm making up stuff.
Doesn't stick. It's not going to work.
Okay, so Elon Musk has long been fascinated with that letter. So for whatever reason, he's like X. So SpaceX we have. And then in 1999, he found a startup called X.com, which turned into PayPal. His son, who has a name that's like basically a collection of letters and symbols, his name, he goes by X. So Musk just likes that word. But here's the thing about this everything app that is similar to China's WeChat, which combines videos, messaging, streaming, and payments and all that stuff. The thing is that he might run into some legal trouble with this because X is actually trademarked.
I thought you were going to say you can't trademark X.
Musk, no, someone has it. Musk doesn't own the trademark to X. Guess who does? Microsoft. Of course they do. Microsoft does. It filed for it back in 2003 for Xbox.
Oh, sure. Okay.
And here's another part of it that is so amazing to me. In 2017, Microsoft helped Meta file for part of its trademark of X to help stream video and audio content. So now neither company has commented on this. But here you have two companies that you could argue are competitors that have the X in their portfolio.
That's the sound X makes.
Yeah. Right? This is the X sound.
It is a cool sound. I'll give him that. That's the one thing that he's done right on this deal with the X.
So we'll see where this goes from here, but lawsuits could end up being filed. The name X is continuing forward. They were removing Twitter, the Twitter signage from the headquarters in San Francisco.
Didn't he already
yesterday.
sell off all the birds and stuff? Like they were literally taking stuff off the walls and selling it.
We have yet to see X pop up on the app, but it is on the websites. X is now the logo and all that good
Does
stuff.
Apple own i? Like the iPod, the i.
That's a great question.
That.
I'm sure they have some kind of hand in something there so they don't lose their eye before everything. Right? No?
Somebody thought of that.
So that's your Musk Watch / X Watch for Tuesday, July 25th.
Say people are going to die.
I love the Fox and Hounds. WTMJ's John Mercure here. The historic restaurant was recently voted the best supper club in the area. That's right. Opened first in 1933, it's been serving fabulous dinners for almost 90 years in their beautiful rustic timber structure. When you buy one dinner, your second dinner is free 7 days a week. How about this? Enjoy a world-class steak, seafood, pasta, big fresh salad, even steak and lobster, anything on the menu. Your second dinner is free. And made-from-scratch desserts, too. And I love those. Add a Manhattan, an old-fashioned. Choose from over 100 wines to accent your dinner. The Fox and Hounds is family-owned and one of the most unique, affordable supper clubs in Wisconsin. Your second dinner is always free. Just off Highway 167, 2 miles east and in the shadows of the beautiful Holy Hill Shrine. The summer drive is spectacular. You got to check it out. Brighten up your Monday and Tuesday with a free dinner tonight. Reserve at foxandhoundsrestaurant.com. It'll lift your spirits. It's the award-winning, the best supper club in the area. It's the Fox and Hounds.
Here's something you've never heard before.
Stop. This is Simply Safe.
Introducing 24/7 Lifeguard Protection, only from Simply Safe Home Security. Now, monitoring agents can see and speak to intruders through our new indoor camera to help stop crime in real time and for fast police response. Get 20% off any new system with Fast Protect monitoring at simplysafe.com/radio. Advanced Home Security, 24/7 professional monitoring for less than $1 a day. There's no safe like Simply Safe.
At Consumer Cellular, you get the same exact coverage as the largest carriers for up to half the cost. Same thing, up to half the cost. Less money for the exact same thing. Hope this is clear enough. Consumer Cellular, when freedom calls, they're here to answer. Switch today and get a second month of service for free. Go to consumercellular.com/free month and enter promo code free month. Half the cost savings based on cost of Consumer Cellular single line 5 gigabyte data plan and unlimited talk and text compared to lowest cost single line postpaid unlimited talk, text, and data plans offered by T-Mobile and Verizon May 2023. Promotion subject to terms and conditions.
Now's a great time to get signed up for your exterior work, like siding and windows. Why put it off? The lines are shorter, and we'll be ready to take on your next project.
We keep you safe, warm, and dry. Semper Fi.
Traffic is sponsored by Annex Wealth Management. It's time to know the difference, and Annex Wealth Management is ready to help with investment, retirement, tax, and estate planning as a fee-only fiduciary partner. AnnexWealth.com. Click the Get Started button.
Southbound 43, just south of Bender Road on the right shoulder. We've got this accident that they've been working on for a bit. It's right through that construction zone, so it's really kind of complicating matters. Just be careful. It's about an 18-minute ride there from Brown Deer Road into downtown, an extra 7. Earlier accident, 894 northbound, just north of Lincoln, has been cleared out of the way. Still have some delays along 94 eastbound from 84th Street to just about Hawley Road. And 894 westbound is going to be a bit slow from Loomis all the way to Forest Home. I'm Debbie Lazaga with your WTMJ Johnson & Sons Paving Time Saver Traffic.
.843 on Wisconsin's Morning News. You were talking about the flying cars. Roads where we were going, we don't need roads.
There it is.
Right, yes. Back to the Future musical. ABC has got it on Good Morning America. It opens. I guess it's probably showing already, which must be why they're doing it. Its official opening on Broadway is not until August, but it's like running now.
Okay.
So early shows. It opened in London. We were joking about what are the songs? I mean, outside of the ones that already exist from Huey Lewis.
Great Scott.
Marty, Marty, Marty. 1.21 gigawatts. Gigawatts.
Well, there's probably some love interest too for Doc, right? Like, don't they always like add things?
Add something in there, something corny.
Yeah, some silly slow ballad he'll sing at some point.
Save
Why he needs to go
the
back
clock
in time.
tower. Save the clock tower. No, I have actual music from it that I pulled from London. So Back to the Future musical, it's a real thing.
Okay.
They've dramatized it a little bit there.
I don't know how I ended up here. It's so hard to believe.
Okay, so Sandy Mack saw it. I remember
That's
talking to
right.
Sandy about it. She
I remember
and
this.
her boyfriend were over in London, and they saw it. And
Yeah.
she said it wasn't terrible. She actually said it was good,
I
but
was
like
gonna
first
say, I
thought
think
is this awful? She said it was actually really
she
good.
enjoyed it, she said. I remember that.
I would see that. Running now, opening officially next month, but running now on Broadway. You mentioned something earlier that I want to talk about again because I have struggled, I think a lot of families do, with how you get your kids to chip in around the house.
Right.
How do you compensate them, or should you even, for that service? How do you fund your kids' various adventures when they want to go, hey, my friends are going to the ice cream shop?
Right. Yeah.
Whatever. Is that $5 out of your pocket every time? Do they get an allowance? Is that tied to the chores they're
Yeah.
expected to do? You have your wife.
I was going to say, I can't take any credit for it.
But I'll preface this by saying everything we try, and I think this is the experience for a lot of families. Whatever we do for like, here's how it's going to be. From now on, this is happening, and this is happening, and this is happening. And then 2.5 weeks later, it's done. It's like,
Yeah, right. We'll get some wiped
right,
out.
we didn't do that. Hey, whatever happened to the? Can I have $5 for the?
Well, so we've done it a few different ways. We did do a type of draft one year where they got to like pick through. This year, Angie
Do you
came
guys
up with
have more
this-
time than other people? What's going on
Angie
over there?
just likes to target projects. She likes to create projects.
These are very
Anyway,
intricate systems.
So she came up with this idea of like chore cards. So you could grab a card for the day or for the week, and you could get points off that card, and you have to total so many points at the end of the week. So like making dinner, which is one of ours, which the kids like to do, that's 5 points. The argument that we ran into is how many points do you need to get by the end of the week
to get paid?
So I got
and this is tied to some sort of allowance.
Well,
right?
yeah. So either that, or okay. So I feel good buying you this if we need to buy this for you, or you're
Okay.
asking for that kind of thing. Like meet a threshold. So I'm not just throwing money out, and Angie's not just throwing money out to the kids. So Angie texted, okay, this week I'm looking for everyone to do 25 points. And my 12-year-old, she complained about that, and the family texts back and forth. She's like, but we're already halfway through the week. Why do we have to do 25? So then Angie compromised.
All right,
Angie goes,
fine.
okay, 20 points. I know you've already gotten some done. You can do 20. She and my 12-year-old, 15. It's Thursday, not Monday. 15.
She didn't like the late notice on the rule change.
Ange's like 20. No, we're doing 20.
I'm kind of with Bryn on that one.
Sold.
Yeah, right. That's basically what it was, going back and forth. And the funny thing is that they all want to do the same ones because certain ones you can crank out pretty easy.
Oh yeah, they're the. What would you call that? The low-hanging fruit chores
Right,
or
yes.
whatever. This is easy. Take out the trash. Good. 2 seconds.
Done.
3 points. Bing.
Oh, if it's even that, or cleaning the dishwasher, that takes you exactly 30 seconds to do, right? If you
To
know how
unload
to
the
do
dishwasher?
it. Yeah. I'm
That
sorry,
would be a
unload.
one-pointer, right?
Yeah, it's low on the list. But the dinner one, so now like they're all fighting to do dinner all the time. They'll boil some noodles. I'm like, okay,
Yeah,
well.
are you sure you want that? You want to cede the dinner production to them?
Yes, because you'd be amazed that once they start to learn how to do it, like they get better at it, and it actually kind of helps them for the future a little bit. So yeah, we've had some good ones. Now, generally speaking, like I helped. Like my one kid tried to make tikka masala last week, so I had to get involved on that one.
Yeah,
I don't even know
think
how to
so.
say it right. But like that one took a little bit more work. But I don't know how long the chore card point system will work. But so far, this is week 3 or 4.
Well, you
and
hung
so
in.
far, so good.
And now there are various tweaks along the way, controversial as they were.
Yeah, Brandon's getting all fired up about the point system there.
I like the back and forth, though. She's hanging in.
15.
15.
No, 20 points.
Fine. Deal.
Well, I guess you guys aren't ready for that yet. but your kids are gonna love it.
Stay in touch. You can reach us on the Old National Bank talk and text line at 855-616-1620. Old National Bank. Get old.
Vince Vitrano here for Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Did you get a chance to talk to Gina yesterday?
I did.
The WTMJ Golf Classic was
Yeah.
yesterday. I golfed alongside our valued partner, Gina Della from
I kept
Pella.
waiting for you guys. I kept waiting, and you guys finally made it. You were one of the last groups through our hole.
What are you saying?
I don't know. So I was just wondering where you were.
We took our time a little bit on the golf course, and
You were
of
having
the two
fun.
of us, Gina or me, who do you think maybe took a little extra time?
Who do I think had more fun? I think Gina had more fun.
That's true. Gina had a lot of fun.
Yeah.
No, we took care of it. We played a 5.5 hour round at least. But she's over talking to people on every hole.
It's because she knows everybody. She's a friendly person. Unlike you, you're like, I got to play golf. I got to play golf. I got to play golf.
I needed to get in my
This
head
is serious.
that this is not a golf event, right? No, really nice day golfing with Gina. Everybody wanted to talk to her about, hey, I've got this Pella
Yeah, of
window.
course.
Hey, you did our doors this many years ago, and talking about what a great product she has, and everybody wanted to meet her because they hear her voice here on our station. And another cool thing happened with Gina is we made a great connection for her. Another one of our valued partners is LAK Group. They're a business consulting firm. You've heard Mike Grubich on the air with us before. Mike Milstead golfed with me. He's Grubich's partner and president of the LAK Group. So I introduced him to Gina. He was also playing golf with us. And I said, Mike is a business consulting firm. They do this or that. And Gina says, I'm actually looking for that right now. Leadership training, executive coaching, things for staff, metrics and data on the market, things like that. And Mike's like, yeah, we do all that. We're literally down the
that's
road
awesome.
from you on Blue Mound.
That's awesome. So another Wisconsin company connecting with another Wisconsin
Perfect connection. So now they can do each other's spots.
Mm-hmm.
Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, if you want to get into the business right now. Great deals running and the best limited lifetime wood warranty in the business. Payments as low as $35 a month per window, $78 per patio door. PellaWI.com.
Looking for a hot ride this summer? Find yours this July at Potawatomi. You could win your share of $400,000 in cash and prizes, or rumble all summer long in one of 4 brand new Harley-Davidson motorcycles. It's the Hot Ride Motorcycle Giveaway this July, only at Potawatomi Casino Hotel, Milwaukee. Visit paysbig.com/hot ride for more details. Must be 21 and a club member to play.
Traffic is sponsored by Built Right Furniture, Leather and Mattresses.
For affordable, better quality furniture and mattresses, you've got to get to Built Right today. Built Right Furniture saves you money. 54th and Layton Avenue in Greenfield.
WTMJ, W277CV, and WKTI HD2 Milwaukee from the Annex Wealth Management Studios. This is News Radio WTMJ, a Good Karma brand station.
Well, we're still dealing with an accident on southbound 43 just south of Bender Road off on the right shoulder. 18 minutes to get from Brown Deer Road to downtown. Most of those delays then actually start to kick in right about at Silver Spring all the way down. The northbound side is a bit backed up from Fond du Lac Avenue up past Keith. And eastbound 94, riding the brakes from 84th Street all the way through the Stadium Interchange. I'm Debbie Lazaga with your WTMJ Johnson & Sons Paving Time Saver Traffic.
WTMJ forecast sponsored by Dave Drake Camp Heating, where your comfort is their family's tradition. Going to be a warm one today. High temperature getting up to 88 degrees and some of that wildfire smoke making it tough to breathe out there. Air quality alert in effect until noon today. Increasing clouds tonight, chance for showers and storms late with a low down to 72. Already at 76 degrees. On Wisconsin's Morning News, Steve Scafidi in the house with us now.
Yeah. Hey,
missed you yesterday, pal.
Oh, my God. Southwest Airlines nightmare experience. I'll get to that in the 9 o'clock hour. I mean, Vegas is Vegas. It's fun. The blackjack tables were not friendly to me.
They weren't hot like the rest of
no,
it?
they were not hot. I enjoyed myself, and, everything else, thanks to MGM, was taken care of. So I'm not feeling the pain too much, but not getting the love from the blackjack table that I usually get. Yeah. So
I'm surprised you don't plan a buffer day for the travel. Got to have a buffer
here's
day.
the deal. Originally, the Classic wasn't that day, so I actually had a trip planned till I would be back tomorrow.
Okay.
And then we said, all right, so it's Monday. I said, I'll fly back like comfortable time, 6 p.m., not like 10 p.m., 6 p.m. Sunday night, keeps getting pushed back. At one point, it was going to be like leaving at like 2 in the morning. Here's the thing. It went from like 2 in the morning, 10 o'clock, 1 in the morning, 9 o'clock. So I had no idea what I'm supposed to go to the airport.
That's awful.
Horrible. I've got like 6 things that I don't like about that experience I'm going to talk about. And people just being crazy in Vegas. Wow, that town is nuts.
For those who tuned in late, Steve had a flight that was supposed to come in Sunday night.
Yeah.
So that you could be a part of the WTMJ Classic.
I
You
would have
guys
been back
hosting
at
your whole
midnight.
show out there.
No problem, full night's sleep.
Best Buddies was the cause that you put
I
forward.
love those guys.
Kept looking for you. They kept asking, "Where's Steve at?"
Oh, was it sad like that?
It was okay.
He's still at the craps table.
Yeah,
Sorry.
that's why I said he's gambling. That's
He's
what
on a bender. He's trying to win his money back at the craps table.
Listen, Claire, he's on a hard bet. Claire was out at one of the holes yesterday. She was selling lemonade, raised hundreds of dollars for Best Buddies. Sorry, Claire. Steve's on a hard bender right now.
Super dehydrated, though. He
Said
could
to say
If
hello.
you would have seen me, you know how everything irritates you? That's how I was on that flight back. Just I can't sleep on planes anyway. And it's middle of the night. There's thunderstorms everywhere. Which, if you've ever seen,
That's kind of neat.
Oh my God, it's amazing. I've never seen that all surrounding us. But that means a bumpy flights. The flight attendants would go from extreme darkness to like the sun was inside the plane. Like at a moment's notice, it would be like, oh my God, I'm sleeping. People are like screaming. Like, what happened? No, they're going through with the beverage cart. They need to light the plane up at 4 a.m.
What
They
can I
see
get
those
you?
headlamps, maybe.
Oh my
Maybe that's
goodness.
that's a good idea.
I also noticed this. They say that now that in their little instructions, the what do they call it? The between the seats, it's an obvious word. The middle.
The aisle?
The aisle. I couldn't think of the word aisle.
Well, this is gonna be a good
I
show
was on
today.
a bender, wasn't I? The aisle is our workspace. Please respect us.
Okay.
When did that start?
Just tuck it in.
What if
man.
it's not your workspace? What if
Don't
it's
be
where
all-
I put my
don't be all
foot? What if
man
that's my
spreading all
space?
over the aisle? We got to get this cart through here.
Our workspace, please. Come on. What is that about?
Hey, Sandy, you be okay today?
Good morning. I know.
I told her you could probably take a rest in the first hour because I am fired up.
The smoke is getting to my voice anyway, so I've got a big old mug of hot tea. But yeah, I'm not sure if I'm going to get a word in edgewise today.
I tell you what, though, the good thing was last night I went to the garden, which is my safe space. My workplace, too, for that matter.
I heard you're crushing the tomatoes this year.
Oh, it's unbelievable. The garden is unbelievable. Look, I gave Sally a cue. Sally. I am on a bender. I can't believe. Hey, I called you other things.
I'll be here to fact check. But yes, I have a cucumber from Steve.
I think actually it's time for us to get out. I'm just going to leave the next 3 hours to
I am
you
so
two.
looking forward to this show. I've been waiting to do this first hour especially.
Well, we did
Are you
miss
ready
you
for
yesterday.
this?
I am.
I do feel bad because I love the classic
My
and all
seat
the, all
back
the
and tray
things out
table
there.
is up. I am good to go.
Oh, yes. Tray table up.
WTMJ now is next with Steve and Sandy, 8:56. Business headlines are actually next just before that. Here's the Milwaukee Business Journal's Sari Lesk.
Dunkin' pitches another Southeast Wisconsin shop. A new store would take shape on a vacant lot in Franklin and would also include a Baskin-Robbins.